First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Mark Smith, pastor of the Banner Baptist Church. I want to invite you to join our fellowship here at Banner. Our Sunday services begin with Sunday school at 10 a.m. Worship starts at 11 a.m. and the evening service, it's at 5 p.m. Our Wednesday night services begin at 6 p.m. and include adult Bible study, youth, and children's classes. We are located 5 miles north of Lindsay on Highway 76. We look forward to seeing you there. Go Leopards.
Car Care Center at 211 West Cherokee is Lindsay's one-stop auto shop for complete automotive repair on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Got radiator troubles? Car Care Center can get you a new radiator. They also do mufflers, brakes, transmissions, diagnostics, and whatever you need to keep you on the road. Call Car Care Center at 405-756-1447. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 211 West Cherokee in Lindsay. Want to send out best wishes to the Lindsay Leopard football team. Klingman Incorporated is always proud to support Lindsay school activities. So here's to a winning football season from everyone at Klingman Incorporated.
For all your construction needs, give Brad Taylor a call with B&S Construction at 1-405-428-0039. B&S Construction specializes in concrete pads, sidewalks, and metal buildings of all sizes. Call Brad today for a free estimate. The crew at B&S Construction would like to wish the Leopards a safe and successful season. Go Lindsay! For all your oil-filled electrical needs, call Michael Schirach with SOS Electrical. SOS is a family-owned business that specializes in oil-filled, industrial, and commercial electrical construction and maintenance. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give SOS a call at 1-405-428-1944 today. Good luck, Leopards!
This is Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'm a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School and have been practicing dentistry in Lindsay since 2006. We welcome you to come to our dental practice so we can help you and your family with all your dental needs. We offer dental services for everyone at every age, from braces to aligners to crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. Give us a call today at 405-756-4093 or stop by at 102 Southwest 7th Street and let us give you the healthy, beautiful smile you've always dreamed of.
The team at Streamline Services contributes a great deal of their success to hard work, experience, and above all, a positive health and safety protocol. There is every reason they should be your next phone call for any of your oil and gas swabbing needs. Give Austin Smith a call today at 1-405-756-7763 to see how Streamline Services can help with your project while ensuring safety and professionalism without sacrificing quality work being done. Everyone at Streamline Services wishes the best of luck to everyone at Lindsay Public Schools this year. Go Leopards.
Tonight's broadcast of Lindsay Leopard Football brought to you in part by the Super C Mart, your hometown grocery store, offering everything you need to feed the family, including fresh produce and choice meats. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopard Football team from your fans at the Super C Mart.
Do you have a classic car or truck that needs some attention? Give Andy a call at Crossroads Classic and Customs, 1-405-255-0365. Crossroads Classic and Customs is located at 509 West Cherokee Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma. They do brake work, diagnostics, and much more, specializing in paint and body work. If you want your classic car or truck showroom ready, swing by or call Crossroads Classics and Customs today.
For over 68 years, Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, Oklahoma has been serving families in the area during their greatest time of need, the loss of a loved one. We treat each family as if they were our own and consider it a true calling to minister to each and every family that calls upon us. We don't take caring for your loved one and your family lightly. Your care is important to us. Call on us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where our staff can assist your family with immediate need with the loss of a loved one, pre-need arrangement planning, pre-need burial insurance, along with questions regarding funeral burial trust accounts, Veterans Administration, and Social Security benefits questions. Myself, John W. Williams, Teresa, and Claudia are well experienced in these areas and will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, where you are family.
American Exchange Bank, right here in Lindsay, is a locally owned and operated community bank that believes in just that, you, a community of fellow Leopards. We love our customers. We feel very grateful for each one. So if you are looking for a safe place to put your money, need help achieving that next dream project, or are simply looking for a different banking experience, give us a call at 405-756-3101. We look forward to serving you each day. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of doing laundry? Give Sunshine Suds a call and let them do it for you. Sunshine Suds will wash and fold your clothes, and they also offer dry cleaning. Sunshine Suds also does quilting and alterations. Load up that laundry basket and head to Sunshine Suds, located at 107 Southwest 2nd Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give them a call at 405-756-2850.
BC Factoring and Finance is a local, family-owned finance company. We assist small businesses with flexible and creative financing solutions to meet their cash flow needs. Call us to discuss ways we can help free up your time to focus on building your business. Visit us online at bcfactoring.com or give us a call at 405-259-2104. Go, Lindsay!
The First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you need local trash pickup with quality service at a fair price, call Red Dirt Waste Services today at 580-432-5697. Red Dirt Waste Services is locally owned and operated, offering household, residential, and light commercial trash pickup in Lindsay and surrounding areas, including Ellick, Bradley, Bray Doyle, Cox City, Elmore City, and Foster. Red Dirt Waste Services does household cleanouts too, and they offer 96-gallon poly carts and dumpsters. Bagged, loose, or heavy items, doesn't matter, they'll come get it. Red Dirt Waste Services even offers valet service, so you don't even have to take your trash to the curb. Schedule your weekly pickup today by calling 580-432-5697. Stop paying more than you have to for quality, dependable, and locally owned trash pickup. Call Red Dirt Waste Services at 580-432-5697. That's 580-432-5697.
Hughes Heat and Air is a family-owned business that serves Lindsay and surrounding areas. Hughes Heat and Air provides service for residential and commercial jobs, including simple repairs and new installations. Hugh and his crew take pride in providing professional, efficient, and reliable work at affordable rates. For your next heat and air project, give Hugh a call at 1-405-756-6399. Good luck, Lindsay.
Capturing all your special moments is such a blessing to me, from running down the ball field to walking down the aisle. Call or text Photography Blessings by Lacey for all your photography needs. 405-428-0305. Go Leopards and Leopardettes.
Taco Truck is ready to curb your hunger. The traveling taco truck has locations in Lindsay and Blanchard and is available for catering services. You can contact El Unico to book your next event at 405-760-0821. El Unico enjoys supporting all of our Leopards with their Taco Tuesdays. Reach out to El Unico for your next event.
American Exchange Bank, right here in Lindsay, is a locally owned and operated community bank that believes in just that, you, a community of fellow Leopards. We love our customers. We feel very grateful for each one. So if you are looking for a safe place to put your money, need help achieving that next dream project, or are simply looking for a different banking experience, give us a call at 405-756-3101. We look forward to serving you each day. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Tabor's Drug has been locally owned and operated for almost 60 years and has employed many leopards and leopardettes. We are very proud to be a supporter of our sports teams. At Tabor's Drug, your prescriptions are filled with care and accuracy, and our pharmacist is available for free consulting concerning your prescriptions bought at Tabor's. We also offer interpreters for our Spanish-speaking friends. We are a very friendly store that has that small town feel. You can reach us at 405-756-4511. Come and see us.
Hey, have you heard the news?
What news?
There's a new bakery in town.
Oh, I know. Have you tried their hot lunch yet?
It's so good, and the cinnamon rolls and cream pies are to die for.
Let's go now and grab a salad or a sandwich from their grab-and-go cooler.
Okay, and while I'm there, I'll grab some cookies too. Sunshine Bakery and Deli, located at 311 West Cherokee in Lindsay. A little sunshine in every bite.
Well, hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lindsay, Oklahoma, and Burford Field, the home opener for the Lindsay Leopards as they get set to take on the Wampus Cats from Atoka, Oklahoma. Hi, my name's Greg Peary. Sit alongside Andrew ESPN Lyon as we get set for, again, week number, I guess you call it week 2.
Week 2.
It's week 2, third game of the season for the Lindsay Leopards, second game of the season for Atoka. They did not play week 0. But, again, the home opener, the Leopards finally get to have one here at home as they traveled to Pauls Valley week 1 and traveled to Dibble last week. But we're looking forward to a chance to broadcast from home. They get to always a chance to play on their home field, and we'll see how they do against an Atoka team that will come in 1-0 tonight. They played a Ringling last week and lost a close one over there, but we'll talk about that more in a little bit. The Leopards coming off of a big win against Dibble last week. We'll also talk more about that one, but it's been a little windy here this afternoon. I think that may well affect how things go on the field tonight. The passing game may be a little tricky tonight.
Yeah, it sure might. As we saw last week against Ringling, Atoka's young quarterback at times will really try to air that thing out. So I'm not so sure I'm too upset about it being really windy because he could be dangerous in that aspect.
Well, and that and I know we'll talk more about it. You really analyzed well their game from last week. You'll have a lot of different inputs for that. But from a standpoint of you watch everything when they interviewed Coach Cup from Atoka, what they want to do. They want to run the ball. They want to control the clock. They've got a kid in the backfield that is just absolutely a beast back there. He's 5'10", 220, J.D. Bland. And he just soon run over you as he would talk to you. He is a beast back there as a running back, and that was their game plan. We're going to run. Well, their starting quarterback from last season, Peyton Pugh, just a junior this year, started as a sophomore last year, and they did well with him at quarterback. And I noticed in the Ringling game he was not there, but we talked to our friends from KC earlier, and they say he's hurt. Got his I've seen he's now got his left hand in a cast, and so he's not available again tonight for them. They go with a freshman quarterback last week, and Zachary Jim, and they did everything but run the ball. It was 239 through the air, 80 on the ground, and it was impressive. But you pointed out, and you and I saw the same thing watching the live stream, that he overthrew receivers by 20 yards.
Yeah, he sure did, especially early on in that game. I'm sure a freshman coming in, getting his first start, he probably had some nerves, but it certainly didn't affect his arm strength because when he missed, even on some 30, 40-yard passes, when he missed long. So it certainly wasn't a matter of him not being able to get it there.
Well, he threw 12 of 25, 231 yards. He did have one touchdown pass. They only rushed for 80 yards on the night. Bland ended up with 34 on 6 carries. The quarterback, Jim, ends up with 35 yards on 7 carries. Again, just 80 yards on the ground. But and they didn't complete a lot of passes. Again, but shows you how dangerous they are. Keyshawn Shields, the senior, ends up with 8 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown on the game. And then Prince Cole Coleman, the junior, ends up with 4 catches and 91 yards. So when you look at the fact that both of those guys averaged nearly 20 yards of reception, that will show you that when he does make a connection, it can make a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely right. And as you mentioned, I did get some notes from that game, and I won't bore you with everything that I wrote down. But offensively, they really mixed it up quite a bit, particularly in the beginning of the game. As you mentioned, they like to go heavy run when they can. That's kind of been their MO the times that I've seen them. They'll go some I formation with that fullback you mentioned, J.D. Bland, and also Talon Barrett at times at the tailback whenever they want to do that heavy run attack. They'll also go some single back with either of those 2 large fullbacks. You mentioned the one large fullback, but there is another one in Mike Shields who's 6'1", 225.
Right.
So a couple of 220-pounders running at fullback, and they'll utilize them in that single back set just mainly as a blocker. If the quarterback wants to tuck it and run, they've got a big boy up front. If he wants to drop back, throw the pass, they got a big boy to protect him, right?
Exactly.
They'll also go that same single back type set, but also with Barrett, the running back, alongside Zach Jim for the quicker run strikes, and even send Barrett out on some passing routes from time to time. But the most impressive thing, as you mentioned, number 24, J.D. Bland, that fullback, whenever they want to settle in and just pound it down your throat, they seem to be quite comfortable going with him 3, 4, 5 plays in a row between the tackles. So Lindsay's going to have to be prepared to be real tough between the tackles, possibly even bring those linebackers in tight to have any chance of stopping that heavy run whenever they need to get some short yardage or goal line situation.
Well, then you go back and look, and the Leopards struggled against Pauls Valley in week 0 and really struggled to stop that run game, and that was what really hurt them. Now, they did better against Dibble. Dibble, a little more one-dimensional, but the kid from Dibble, and I'm sorry, I just went blank on his name, and I'll have to go look it up now, Jag Norman.
Yeah.
Jag Norman goes 30 – I've done forgot now, 33 carries and 108 yards. So even though the Leopards pretty well controlled things, he still went for 100 yards against them.
He sure did.
And he was pretty much all they had, so you could key off of him. So the Leopards are really going to have to they're going to have to shore up that run defense, and especially tonight against a guy like J.D. Bland.
Yeah, and, I'll echo what Coach Hembry said in the coaches show earlier today to Glenn, that of how proud he was of the defense, even with that tough running back over at Dibble, pounding it and pounding it and pounding it. And they sometimes had sustained drives most of the way down the field, 13, 14, 15 plays. Yet the defense never did give up. They kept giving it their all and ultimately got the stops and didn't allow them to score. So even in the face of a tough running attack and bending but not breaking, they've got a lot to be proud of in that Dibble game last week.
Did walk out of there with a 30-0 win in that ball game, and looking at some of the numbers from that one, Brody Ramming ends up with 8 carries, 105 yards. He had a big 21-yard touchdown run. Also 10 carries and 90 yards on the night for Dutton Taylor. He had a big night as well. The Leopards ends up 480 yards of total offense against Dibble, 247 of that on the ground. Through the air, Aguero had a big night, 5 catches, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns, had 2 big touchdown catches, that big 44-yarder early in the game, and had another 27-yarder later. Jacob Vaughn got back in the game, got to see him in there at running back as well. He ends up 4 carries, 36 yards. He had a touchdown run as well. So, again, the Leopards looked much better. I think kind of got that first game jitter out of the way, looked good against Dibble. The offense was clicking a little better, and so I really think they're going to take on this young Atoka team. They did lose. I went back and looked at the players that were their skill players from last year compared to this year, and really probably Talon Barrett and one other that I remember is a wide receiver that I saw in there. Probably the only 2 that come back from last year.
Coleman, I imagine.
Yes. So they lose pretty much all of them. They're a very young team, but Coach Cup, again, was very high on this guys, saying, hey, we're going to go compete. We're young. But I don't think he anticipated Pugh being out those first 2 games. So we'll see how they do with that freshman. But I tell you, if he gets settled in tonight, the Leopards may have some trouble there. I think this is going to be one that you're really not sure what to expect from them. You know, they, like you said, they want to just pound Bland in on the line all night long, and you get used to that. He may raise up and throw that slant over the middle, so your Leopards are going to have to be ready for that.
Yep, you're absolutely right. I don't think the Wampus Cats made the drive over here to be pushovers, and I know they'll be looking for a little payback for last year's rather convincing defeat down there on their brand-new turf field.
Right.
We really handed it to them pretty good last year, and we had a really good game. So they're going to want to do the same to us, and I hope we've got what it's going to take to stop them.
To stop them?
Yep.
Well, before we go any further, the first thing I'd like to do, I want to say, give a shout-out to our friends from KHKC. They did the Atoka game and the Atoka Ringling game last week and gave us a shout-out. And so we'll do the same for them. Michael Gabbert, Tanner Hyatt, Wayne Soul, Maverick Bridges they were bragging on he was running the camera for the first time. And so they're all up top, and we got the chance to talk with them a little bit earlier and kind of get a little background on some of these things. But a big shout out to them. Glad they made the trip from Atoka down to be a part of us here in Lindsay as well. But with that, we'll also say a big thank you to our team. And I'm very bad about probably giving the respect that I need to give to you guys, but putting up with me. But, of course, ESPN right here to my left, Andrew Lyon helping me on the broadcast. J.D. Scruggs over here on the live stream running the laptop. Kevin Scruggs is up top on the camera and the wind. So a big thank you to him. Jeter up there, I'm sure, helping him out with that as well. Of course, Paige Sutherland back home along with we need to say thank you to Cece. That was something that I didn't realize. On top of the fact that she deserves kudos for just putting up with you.
I would agree.
But she does an awful lot of work in the background. She's a lot like Paige. A lot of the graphics and a lot of the things that we see on our live stream, Cece's a big part of. So a big thank you to Cece Lyon as well. And of course, we can't forget Glenn. We try to, but we can't. So
he's unforgettable.
He's unforgettable. But Glenn Shoemake also back there watching his, let's see, it was, what was it, 89-inch last week? I think it's a 92-inch TV.
Yeah,
I think that's what he watches back there. Yeah. He's watching the live stream on. So he may have an LED wall by the time we get to the end of the season. But a big thank you to our KBLP Live team. It's a great team to work with. I am very blessed to get to work with you guys. But with that, we're going to say a big thank you also to all of our sponsors. We could not do this broadcast without you, and so we want to say a big thank you to Abiding Home Health. And, of course, our presenting sponsor is the First National Bank of Lindsay, along with Absolute Processing, Ellick Florists, American Exchange Bank, Banner Baptist Church, BC Factoring, B&S Construction, Calvary Baptist Church, Car Care Center, the City of Lindsay, Clements Insurance, Klingman Incorporated, Crossroads Customs and Classics, Danny Daniels Pest Service, Design It in Lindsay, Elmore City First Baptist Church, the Aaron Springs Baptist Church, Grant and Katie Johnson, Hassler Hot Oil Service, Homer Reinhardt Company, Homestead Company, Hot Mess Coffee Company, and Java House Realty, Hughes Heat and Air, Jake's Shortstop, Jess Thornburg with there's something missing there. There it is, Jake. We're going to have to talk to Janet. Janet does a great job. I'm sorry, I'm just giving her a hard time. Jess Thornburg with Homestead Company. I'll get that straight. Junkin' with Janet, Legacy Roofing and Construction, Legends Pub House and Venue. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you in part by the Lindsay Church of Christ, Lindsay Family Dentistry, Lindsay First Baptist Church, Lindsay Municipal Hospital, Lion Photo and Video, Meat Locker Barbecue, Morris Motorsports, Past Prevention Coalition, Photography Blessings by Lacey, Physical Therapy Central, Red Dirt Waste, Rural Electric Cooperative, Rusty's Dispensary, S&H Tank Services, Sharon's Beauty Salon, Shopper News Note, Sooner Valve Repair, SOS Electrical, South Central Medical and Resource Center, Streamline Services, Sunshine Bakery and Deli, Sunshine Suds, Super C, Tabor's Drug, Taco El Unico, Tailored Creative Services, United Methodist Church, Vickers Construction, and Winans Funeral Home. We're going to send it over to JD. We've got some words from those folks. We will be back with more of your First National Bank pregame show from Burford Field here in Lindsay right after this timeout on KBLP Live.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.
For over 68 years, Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, Oklahoma, has been serving families in the area during their greatest time of need, the loss of a loved one. We treat each family as if they were our own and consider it a true calling to minister to each and every family that calls upon us. We don't take caring for your loved one and your family lightly. Your care is important to us. Call on us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where our staff can assist your family with immediate need with the loss of a loved one, pre-need arrangement planning, pre-need burial insurance, along with questions regarding funeral burial trust accounts, Veterans Administration, and Social Security benefits questions. Myself, John W. Williams, Teresa, and Claudia are well experienced in these areas and will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, where you are family.
Are you a small business needing a little creative pick-me-up? Do you need to refresh your business cards or looking for a new logo? Is your business Facebook page still using photos from 2019? Tailored Creative Services offers services for logo design, business cards, photography, videography, and pretty much everything in between. Find me on Facebook at Tailored Creative Services, and let's talk about your next project. Tabor's Drug has been locally owned and operated for almost 60 years and has employed many leopards and leopardettes. We are very proud to be a supporter of our sports teams. At Tabor's Drug, your prescriptions are filled with care, and we are a very friendly store that has that small town feel. You can reach us at 405-756-4511. Come and see us.
Hey, have you heard the news?
What news?
There's a new bakery in town.
Oh, I know. Have you tried their hot lunch yet?
It's so good, and the cinnamon rolls and cream pies are to die for.
Let's go now and grab a salad or a sandwich from their grab-and-go cooler.
Okay, and while I'm there, I'll grab some cookies too. Sunshine Bakery and Deli, located at 311 West Cherokee in Lindsay. A little sunshine in every bite.
American Exchange Bank, right here in Lindsay, is a locally owned and operated community bank that believes in just that, you, a community of fellow leopards. We love our customers. We feel very grateful for each one. So if you are looking for a safe place to put your money, need help achieving that next dream project, or are simply looking for a different banking experience, give us a call at 405-756-3101. We look forward to serving you each day. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tonight's broadcast of Lindsay Leopard Football brought to you in part by the Super C Mart, your hometown grocery store, offering everything you need to feed the family, including fresh produce and choice meats. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopard Football team from your fans at the Super C Mart.
El Unico Taco Truck is ready to curb your hunger. The traveling taco truck has locations in Lindsay and Blanchard and is available for catering services. You can contact El Unico to book your next event at 405-760-0821. El Unico enjoys supporting all of our leopards with their Taco Tuesdays. Reach out to El Unico for your next event.
Are you tired of doing laundry? Give Sunshine Suds a call and let them do it for you. Sunshine Suds will wash and fold your clothes, and they also offer dry cleaning. Sunshine Suds also does quilting and alterations. Load up that laundry basket and head to Sunshine Suds, located at 107 Southwest 2nd Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give them a call at 405-756-2850. The team at Streamline Services contributes a great deal of their success to hard work, experience, and above all, a positive health and safety protocol. There is every reason they should be your next phone call for any of your oil and gas swabbing needs. Give Austin Smith a call today at 1-405-756-7763 to see how Streamline Services can help with your project while ensuring safety and professionalism without sacrificing quality work being done. Everyone at Streamline Services wishes the best of luck to everyone at Lindsay Public Schools this year. Go Leopards!
Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes all the best during this season. When in need of a valve repair, come by Sooner Valve Repair at 106 Southwest 9th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or call 405-756-1599. Good luck, Leopards, from Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay.
The Shopper News Note isn't just another paper. The Shopper News Note is a weekly publication that arrives in your mailbox every Wednesday for free. The Shopper offers free Shopper Topper advertisements, as well as news notes and classifieds. And everyone at the Shopper wishes the Lindsay Leopards good luck this season. Go Leopards!
For all your oil-filled electrical needs, call Michael Shirok with SOS Electrical. SOS is a family-owned business that specializes in oil-filled, industrial, and commercial electrical construction and maintenance. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give
South Central Medical Center is a proud supporter of Lindsay Public Schools, and all of the staff and providers would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards the best of luck this football season. Go Leopards from everyone at South Central Medical Center.
S&H Tank Service is your choice for Lindsay-owned and oil units, rock trailers, frac tanks, mud and shell haul-off pits, and soil farming. As Lindsay High School graduates, S&H is proud to support Lindsay schools and all of their student activities. S&H Tank Service would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck in everything they do. Give S&H a call anytime, 24/7 at 405-756-3121. That's 405-756-3121. And remember, your phone starts our trucks. That's S&H Tank Service of Lindsay.
Do you have your Oklahoma medical marijuana card, or do you need your card? Rusty's can help you with that. We are your local vape shop and dispensary with more than 6 years of service as a modern smoke shop. Rusty's is located 1 block north of Cherokee Street at 204 Northwest 4th Street in Lindsay, and half a mile east of I-35 at 2401 West Grant Street in Pauls Valley. Get your stash at Rusty's.
If you need local trash pickup with quality service at a fair price, call Red Dirt Waste Services today at 580-432-5697. Red Dirt Waste Services is locally owned and operated, offering household, residential, and light commercial trash pickup in Lindsay and surrounding areas, including Ellick, Bradley, Bray Doyle, Cox City, Elmore City, and Foster. Red Dirt Waste Services does household cleanouts too, and they offer 96-gallon poly carts and dumpsters. Bagged, loose, or heavy items, doesn't matter, they'll come get it. Red Dirt Waste Services even offers valet service, so you don't even have to take your trash to the curb. Schedule your weekly pickup today by calling 580-432-5699.
Here in Lindsay, we're getting set for the battle between the Lindsay Leopards, the Atoka Wampus Cats here in week 2. And the high school football season for 2023. And let's talk a little bit about starting lineups. And let me just briefly run across the starters for Atoka before we get to the Lindsay Leopards. And we'll do what we saw, what you saw. You actually wrote these down for me, so we'll go with what you saw. But these guys from Atoka. We'll start again the freshman quarterback, and that is Zachary Jim. He wears number 11. He's a 5'10", 180-pound freshman in the backfield. The 5'10", 220-pound, he is a junior. That is a J.D. Bland. We also see number 1, Talon Barrett. He's a 5'7", 155-pound, a senior back there in the backfield. The 2 wideouts, number 3 is Prince Coleman. He's a 6'2", 180-pound junior, and also number 6, Keyshawn Shields. Oh, why I'm having trouble with my S's tonight. 5'10", 160-pound senior, the other wideout that they used pretty extensively the other night. In fact, Shields had the lone touchdown pass from Jim last week. We'll also see number 23, that's Joseph LaFavor. He's a 5'9", 180-pound junior. Up front, they're not real big, but they're quick. At center, They've got to number 63, that's Dylan Clark. He's a 5'11", 255-pound junior. At left guard is number 60, that is Tylen Rector. He's a 6'1", 190-pound junior. Over at left tackle is number 77, that is Brian Bryant, and he's a 6'2", 210-pound senior. Over on the right-hand side at guard will be number Williams, 6', 190-pound junior. At the tight end spot will be number 12, Patrick Brooks, 6', 200-pound senior at tight end. The head coach for the Atoka, the third wide receiver tonight, is number 24, Lucky Booth. Booth, just a sophomore. I actually saw him play down at Pauls Valley in the JV game on Monday night. He did very, very well down there, so I'm excited to see him out here getting the start tonight with the varsity. Let's start with the guys up front now. Those guys opening those holes for those running backs, and we'll start with the guy in the middle. Number 59 is Aiden Ramage at center. He's a senior. On the left side at guard will be number 51, Cotton Brown. Brown also a senior. Number 71 at left tackle is Aiden Scruggs. Aiden a senior as well. On the right side of that line, number 62 is Levi Smith. Smith, a senior as well. And then the only junior up on that front is the number 58 tonight, getting the start at right tackle. That is Hannibal Hines. He is a junior. Let's go to the defense, and again, we'll start back in the backfield, and we'll start with the safety spots. Brody Ramming goes both ways at quarterback and plays safety as well. Lucky Booth will get the start tonight at the other safety spot. And then the corners, Price Stubblefield, again, from wide receiver to a corner. And then the number 7, Dalton Parker, the junior, gets the start at the other cornerback spot. Talk about those linebackers on that 4-3 defense. And number 8, Jacob Vaughn, the senior, gets the start there alongside number 3, Wyatt April. He's also a senior. And then Dutton Taylor will be your middle linebacker back there. Again, plays running back on the offense. And then we get to those guys up front. And let's talk about on the interior. At left tackle will be number 34, Priest Williams. He is a senior. Alongside him is number 59, Aiden Ramage. He's also a senior. On the outside on the left end will be Shane Jones. He's number 28. He'll go as tight end and then defensive end. And then we'll also see number 6, Gus Torres, the sophomore, gets the start at the other defensive end spot. That is your starting lineup for the Lindsay Leopards. Their head Sam Embry. He's assisted by Stephen Merrill, Jacob. Wampus Cats are 0-1 coming into this one. The Lindsay Leopards are 1-1, 2 games on the season. And did you see the coin toss? Tell us what happened with that.
I did not.
Kicking to start this game. I would assume that they probably won and deferred. So we're going to pretend like we know what happened and say that's what it was.
Well, they saw it on the TV, I think, so they know.
They know what happened. There you go. You would have thought the cameraman would have probably been watching, but maybe that's too much to expect. But,
well,
we were at commercial when that happened. So.
I should have been doing it for you, and there I was following along with the roster as you were reading them off. So
number 23, Manny Aguero, will be doing the kicking chores for the Leopards as we get ready to get this one underway. Again, my name is Greg Peary alongside Andrew ESPN Lyon. Glad that you're along with us for tonight's broadcast of KBLP live coverage of Lindsay Leopard football presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live. Paige Sutherland is in the house tonight, by the way, taking pictures. Make sure you check out her pages and see some of the action photos that Paige gets here tonight.
Yeah, she got some really good ones over at Dibble the other night.
She did.
We're proud of those.
Yeah. I did see Lacey over at.
She is down on the field taking pictures, so good.
Saw the wind really, really howling, and it's almost coming like it's straight out of the east.
Yeah, well, it has changed direction, hasn't it?
Get a nice deep kick, and that will be taken by number 19. That is about the 32-yard line. So that is where Atoka will start their first offensive possession as we get the game underway here. 11:51 left to go here in the first quarter, and we'll see this freshman quarterback, Zachary Jim. Let's see what they have drawn up after his first start last week. And they'll go to I formation. Bland will be at fullback. I'll get the number of the tailback here in a moment. I believe that is Barrett. Talon Barrett's tailback. Wide receiver either side. Jim under center. And they'll pitch it to the tailback. Barrett looking for a hole. Spins out of the first tackle. but gets driven back. Priest Williams back there initially, but then a whole host of black jerseys wrap up Talon Barrett before he can get anywhere. In fact, he maybe loses a couple of yards back to the 30.
Man, I'm happy to see that. Priest Williams immediately right there in the backfield with the running back slipped by, but, man, we gang tackled after that. Love to see it.
Second down, 12. Again, I formation. Jim under center, wide receiver either side. They bring the linebacker right up the middle, and there is Gus Torres stood up.
Absolutely. Big play by Gus right there.
Bland could not do anything and maybe got those 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10, a long 3rd down play here for Atoka. Bland will check out. They'll bring in the number 23. That is Joseph LeFavor out here. He'll be split wide left. Under center again, I formation. And again, they'll pitch it to Barrett in the backfield, looking for a hole around that right side, and he'll be smothered up right at the line of scrimmage. Again, just good penetration right there from the Leopard defense and good pursuit from the backside.
Yeah, just really nowhere to go there. The defensive line for the Leopards really strung that out, allowed the backfield to get up there and finish that play off. I didn't actually see from that far side who ended up with the tackle there, did you?
I did not. There was a whole bunch of black shirts over there.
Was. That makes it hard for stat keeping.
Yeah. Barrett in punt formation for Atoka. And it's off a line drive knuckleball. Nobody back for the Leopards kicking into that stiff wind. They decided to let this one go, and it'll be downed by number 51. That's Gage Williams for Atoka. But the Leopards will have good field position. They'll start their own 33-yard line after a 3-and-out for Atoka, their first possession. 9:44 left to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Leopards. And we'll see the Leopard offense for the first time tonight.
Man, I got to say one more time, I love to see the Leopards bowing up right there because we knew based on watching film that Atoka loved to come out, especially in the beginning of the game, pounding the football. They did exactly that, and we gave them nothing.
And we start out with 4 wide and Jacob Vaughn in the backfield. Aguero is split right with Jones. Stubblefield is left. They'll bring Shane Jones in motion from right to left, and he'll set up in the slot right. And they'll give it to Vaughn right up the middle. Big hole. He's going to get across the 40, breaking tackles to the 41. Pickup of 8 on 1st down for Jacob Vaughn.
Nice run there by Jacob. Looks like we're going with the same kind of game plan we did last year, and it worked. I love having Jacob back in the game. Looked like that was number 3, Prince Coleman, with the tackle.
They give him all the way to the 42-yard line. Let's call it 2nd and 1 after picking up 9. This time Jones will move from left to right, twins right, single receiver left, back to pass, ramming, and flipped it out to Aguero, makes a man miss, but then stumbles and falls just shy of midfield. They'll put him at the 48. That's a 6-yard reception for Manny Aguero. So 1st and 10 Leopards. Vaughn in the backfield. Stubblefield actually moves back there with him. Aguero was split left. I believe that's the Stubblefield on the near sideline. And this time they're going to give it right to actually Stubblefield in the backfield. That's who they handed it off to. And Stubblefield gets good yardage down this near boundary, and he'll get into Wampus Cat territory. They'll mark him at, looks like the 44, how about the 43-yard line. Picks up 9 yards, and they'll make it 10. Give him a 1st down. First and 10 Leopards. Wide receiver either side. Aguero in motion left to right. Handed off to Vaughn right at the middle. Breaks the tackle, breaks it to the right. Stiff arm, but he cannot get out of the grasp of a number 3. That is Prince Coleman for Atoka on the stop. But good gain there on 1st down for Jacob Vaughn.
That's a pretty tough duty trying to solo tackle Jacob Vaughn.
Absolutely. Marked the ball at the 37-yard line. A pickup of 6 that time for Vaughn. 2nd down and 4.
Looks like Dutton Taylor's back at the backfield. Vaughn went out.
So Aguero and Stubblefield will split left. Jones out there as well. Williams now in at right tight end. Jones will move into the slot left. And they'll fake it. Ramey keeps it himself. Huge hole, breaks it outside to the 30, and it stood up. Broke 2 more tackles and gets to the 25-yard line. He ran right into Malachi Brooks and then took him for a ride for a couple of more yards. But that's a strong run from Brody Ramey.
Yeah, you bet. Big Brian Bryant had to come in there and help finish that play off for the Wampus Cats. One just wasn't enough.
1st and 10 Leopards, the Atoka 25-yard line. Trips left. Dutton Taylor, the lone setback. Hand it to Taylor, and he'll be caught and dropped for no gain. That's a nice tackle that time. Number 77, that is
Brian
Bryant. And no gain on the play that time for Taylor. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Atoka 25-yard line. Dodson splits left this time. Along with Stubblefield, Aguero will go right. Jones will be on the tight end left. Dutton Taylor to the right of Raming from the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Raming, zone read, keeps it himself, gets up the field. Short gain to the 21-yard line. Picks up 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6, though.
Yeah, it looked like number 8, I believe it was number 8, Mike Shields, playing at that defensive end spot. Just stuck his head in there and blew that play up before it was able to develop.
So Dodson splits right. Aguero and Stubblefield are left. And we have an official timeout. I don't know if this is just a water break or what, but we're going to take it with them. We'll come back after this. Scoreless, the Leopards with the ball at the Atoka 21 with a 3rd and 6 when we come back after this timeout. This is live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank right here on KBLP Live.
This broadcast of Lindsay Leopard football is brought to you by your friends at Physical Therapy Central, 301 East Cherokee Street in Lindsay. When you're ready to take that first step towards living a pain-free life, let Physical Therapy Central create a treatment plan just for you. Call 405-756-2324. Visit ptcentral.org or come by 301 East Cherokee in Lindsay. Good luck, Leopards, from Physical Therapy Central.
Aguero and Stubblefield are split left as we come back after the timeout. Raming fakes the pitch, takes it himself, skips over a tackle and gets to the 15-yard line. Should have enough for a 1st down. See exactly where they spot it there. They put it right on the 15. That should be enough for the 1st down. And, yes, they do give it to him. Nice 6-yard run there from Raming.
You bet. Good athletic play. Number 19, Malachi Brooks, came up and just got enough of a shoestring to bring him down.
Dutton stays in the backfield. Wide receiver either side. 2 tight end look. Dutton right up the middle. Sidesteps, gets to the 10. Breaks a tackle at the 5. Touchdown.
Man, tough run.
What a run by Dutton Taylor. 15 yards for the Leopard touchdown.
What a tough run by Dutton right there. There was plenty of contact there, and he just ran right through it. Man, he's really coming into his own.
67-yard drive for the Leopards. Did it in 9 plays. And a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. So Raming in the backfield, load up the right side of that line, and he's going to follow every one of them. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets in for the 2-point conversion. 5:39 left to go here in the first quarter. The Leopards on their first drive take it 67 yards and have an 8-0 lead here with 5:39 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after this timeout. This is live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank right here on KBLP Live.
Capturing all your special moments is such a blessing to me, from running down the ball field to walking down the aisle. Call or text Photography Blessings by Lacey for all your photography needs. 405-428-0305. Go Leopards and Leopardettes.
Boris Motorsports in Chickasha, Oklahoma would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards the best of luck this football season.
So we're back after the Leopards go in from 15 yards out on a tough run from Dutton Taylor to take an 8-0 lead here over Atoka. 5:39 left to go here in the first quarter. Greg Peary, Andrew Lyon here bringing you all the action with J.D. Scruggs, Kevin Scruggs up top on the camera. Wind blowing the camera around up there.
Greg,
I understand we've had some buffering going on too, so we'll apologize. We've changed Wi-Fi signals. Maybe we can get a little better connection now. But go ahead. I mean to interrupt you.
I was just going to comment on the defensive front there, but let's go ahead and call this kick. I'll talk about it later on.
Dodson doing the kicking chores this time for the Leopards, and this one's a wide drive, and it'll be taken right at the 20-yard line by Dante Harrison. He gets to the far sideline and gets run out of bounds on the far boundary as he crosses the 35, looks like about the 36-yard line, so nice return that time. Gives Atoka decent field position for their second possession. Leopards force them to a 3-and-out their first time out. Let's see what they do here with 5:32 left in the first. Jim will be under center. They'll stay with Barrett at the tailback, Bland at fullback in that I formation. Wide receiver either side. Tight end right with Jim under center. 1st and 10 Atoka, their own 36. The Leopard linebackers right up in the gap, and this time they're going to go to the air. Jim completes it out in the flat over on that right-hand side and completed to a number 6. That is the Keyshawn Shields. And the Shields will have out to the, let's see exactly where they spot. They're going to put it right on the 40-yard line. That's a 4-yard reception. Brings up a 2nd down and 6.
I saw Dutton Taylor in on that play. Looks like Stubblefield out there on the far side. Having a hard time seeing those numbers on that side. A nice play there, combining to make that tackle.
Stick with that same formation. Jim back to pass again, looking to this side, and overthrows his intended receiver. That was Dante Harrison over on this side, and he was open on that 5-yard stop route. Curry was closing on him quickly, and he just overthrows. That'll fall incomplete and bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for Atoka, their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised to see Atoka starting to pass a little bit now. That's been their MO from what I've seen. Start out with that heavy run.
They bring in a slot back in Mike Shields over on that right-hand side. Barrett, the lone setback. It looks like they may flip it to the reverse here, and they've got a man coming around the end. That is fair to save it, but that was a great reverse there and nobody home when Shields.
Aguero was able to cover that distance and make that solo tackle.
Gets to the left side and handed off at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Greg, they actually swapped the fullbacks out. That was number 8 Shields that came in that time, and unfortunately it looks like he's down. He's hurt.
He's hurt. He is not getting. And we'll send it over to JD. We'll come back now. They're gonna help him up, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, he's a big part of this. Yeah. This team on both sides of the ball.
Wanting to put any weight on that left leg at all. That is not good for us. Again, goes all the way back to the Atoka 49-yard line, which means this brings up now a 2nd and long. Malachi Brooks comes in along with Dante Harrison. Harrison goes far side. Brooks comes to this side. I formation, Jim under center. And quick hitter right up the middle for Bland, and he's got good yardage.
Laundry on the field.
So see what this is there in the backfield. See officials discuss here. And we're still waiting for the white hat to signal here. Well, we finally do get conduct on the Leopards will move the ball. I'm not real sure what that was about, but they're going to spot the.
Yes, it is.
So 1st and 10 Atoka. They are at the Leopard 28-yard line now. So again, Harrison brings the play in with Coleman this time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, this is where Atoka likes to utilize those big fullbacks. We get down here close to the goal line, and they'll start just.
Side, tight end left. Jim back to pass. He's looking down the sideline after the huge 15-yard unsportsmanlike and get the turnover. And that will be a $79 turnover as a donation will be made. The defense comes up with this year in honor of Tristan Manning, number 79 for the Lindsay Leopards.
Man, great job there by Aguero. This young quarterback for Atoka, we've seen him make some errant passes. I believe that's the first one I've seen underthrown from him. Fortunate we had a couple of guys there and able to come up with that.
And I don't know that it was underthrown as much as the wind may have held it up too.
Yeah, you're right about that.
From that two-back set again, Stubblefield with the sweep right, and he'll get across the 30, looks like to the 32-yard line, and they line up Stubblefield back there in the backfield with Vaughn, and that's the second time he's carried the ball. The first time he picks up 10, that time he picks up 12.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much from Stubblefield. We've seen him come over in some motion to get handoffs, but lined up like he is, we haven't seen much.
Now he'll come out of the backfield. He'll split left, and Shane Jones will line up in the backfield.
I love it.
I like it. Give the big man the ball. And they do. Right up the middle. He breaks left, breaks a couple of tackles, gets across the 40. They're actually marking down at the 40, but 8 big yards there for Shane Jones on the run.
Greg, did I mention I love it?
Maybe I might have picked up on that, yes.
I like to see a big boy carry the ball.
Again, give it to him, and he's fighting for that first down, but I'm afraid he may come up short. I don't know. They may give him forward progress right at the down marker. He may have enough.
It'll be close.
And they're going to mark him just. They sure did.
They sure did. Well,
no. They're changing their mind. I can't decide here. Hang on.
Well, you'd think they'd measure if it's
that close.
Question. Yeah.
Well, the chains are not set, and the Whitehead is winding the clock. 3rd and we'll call it inches. And
we're going to measure it now.
Well, like I said, the chains had started to move, and they do go ahead and give him the first down now. Okay.
Wow.
I am totally confused.
Me too. Frankly, I thought it looked a tad short from here. I'm not sure what the cameraman saw, but we'll take it.
1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. And looks like Vaughn in the backfield. Twins right, single receiver left. Ramming from the shotgun. Fake it. Looks right down the middle, and he's got the big man to tight end. If he could just keep his feet, might have had 6 yards on the pass play.
I love it. I was expecting to see Shane Jones get the ball quite a bit this game. I was hoping we got to see some passing. He did some really good stuff last year, so happy to see that.
Stubblefield in motion left to right this time. Fake the handoff to Vaughn. Fake the pitch. Ramming keeps it himself, and he'll get a couple of yards to the 28-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. Dodson and Stubblefield will go left this time. Aguero goes right. Vaughn in the backfield is the lone setback. 1:05 left to go here in the first quarter. Leopards with an 8-0 lead, but on the move. Vaughn to the left of Ramming now from the shotgun. 2nd down 8, Vaughn. Big hole right over that right side. Gets tripped up. And that was the number 1, Talon Barrett, who tripped up Vaughn, who kept him from picking up a big gainer there. And he'll be just short by about 2 yards as they mark the ball at the 22-yard line. He picks up 6 on the play. So 3rd down and 2. The Atoka 22-yard line. Ramming.
Oh,
and now they'll throw the flag. Yep, the hard count, and Bland could not stop himself, and he'll cross the line. The Leopards will get the first down through the penalty. First penalty of the game against Atoka.
Oh, is that a 5-yarder?
5-yarder. Moves the ball to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 Leopards in the red zone. Twins left. McGuire, the Sloan receiver, right. Fake the handoff to Vaughn. Ramming running for his life, and he's going to get dropped for the sack.
Like number 68 there chasing him around in the back. Tristan Coben.
And J.D. Bland helps ramming up off the ground. Bland there as well, but it's going to be a loss back to the 23-yard line. But that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It is 8-0 Leopards. We'll flip ends of the field, and Leopards will come back with a 2nd and long right after this timeout. You're watching Leopard football presented by the First National Bank right here on KBLP Live.
If you have a hankering for the best barbecue in South Central Oklahoma, then get yourself down to the Meat Locker Barbecue in Lindsay. Every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, located just off of Highway 19, 106 Northwest 4th. At the Meat Locker, we work hard to bring you the most consistent, delicious, slow-smoked barbecue around at a price that won't break the bank. And don't forget, we cater too, and we'd love to do the cooking for your next event. So come see us or give us a call, 405-428-1198. And visit our new website at meatlockerbbqok.com for the latest Meat Locker merchandise. We're proud to sponsor this broadcast of Lindsay Leopard Athletics and want to wish all the students, faculty, and staff a successful year.
Back to get the second quarter underway, and the Leopards facing a 2nd and 16 after the sack loses 6 yards back to the 23-yard line. And we're about ready to get underway. This will be the 9th play of this drive. Started at the Leopard 20-yard line after the interception by Manny Aguero in the end zone. Ramming, handed off. That is Dutton Taylor out of the backfield. Gets her in there right side, breaks a tackle, and he takes it down the far boundary for the touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the night for Dutton Taylor.
Ooh, he's on a tear tonight. Very similar play around that right-hand side. Had a couple of tacklers on him. He just broke them and kept on trucking. Good job there by Dutton.
So here's a very interesting stat for you if you want to talk about Dutton Taylor. So he's carried the ball 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get anything the first time. 15-yard touchdown the next time, 23-yard touchdown the next time. So he's got 3 carries and 38 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good stats.
Pretty efficient, I would say.
2-point conversion is also good as Ramming, again, just follows that big line right into the end zone. And so with 11:52 left to go here in the first half, it is 16-0 Leopards over the Atoka Wampus Cats. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back to Burford Field right after this here on your sports leader, KBLP Live.
This is Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'm a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School and have been practicing dentistry in Lindsay since 2006. We welcome you to come to our dental practice so we can help you and your family with all your dental needs. We offer dental services for everyone at every age, from braces to aligners to crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. Give us a call today at 405-756-4093 or stop by at 102 Southwest 7th Street and let us give you the healthy, beautiful smile you've always dreamed of.
Back here in Lindsay, the Leopards have taken a 16-0 lead over the Atoka Wampus Cats. Forget we've got a lot of area games going on tonight. We'll try to keep up with and get to scores here at halftime as well. So make sure you stick with us for our halftime show coming up here at the end of this quarter, but we just got the second quarter underway. Leopards with a 16-0 lead, and we'll kick back off to Atoka. And looks like Parker Dodson will be doing the kicking chores this time as well for the Leopards. I think that is Malachi Brooks that is back deep for Atoka. And Dodson sidewinder, heads out of bounds, and they'll spot that right probably where it went out of bounds, about the 38-yard line.
Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think that was
probably wasn't the
intentional.
Hey, there you go. We'll blame it on the wind.
No, I think that was a clever little wrinkle that Coach threw in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Always claim it to be what you plan to do.
You betcha.
So 1st and 10 Atoka, and I think I said 38. How about the 43-yard line, where they will spot the ball. 1st and 10 Atoka, they will send Prince and Harrison left, along with Shields. So they'll go trips left this time. Bland will be the lone setback. They will still have Patrick Brooks on this tight end right side.
Well, they've got the wind at their back now, so we may see some balls fly here on this drive.
Jim under center, 1st and 10 at the Leopard 43, and they throw the bubble screen out to Shields, and the Leopards blow it up. Brody Ramey smithed that one out from the very beginning. It was right there as soon as Shields caught that, and he'll lose yardage all the way back to the 38-yard line. That's a loss of 5 on the catch. 2nd down, 15 now for Atoka. Prince will come. In fact, they're going to send all receivers back to this side again. Harrison, Shields, and Brooks are all split right this time. And we'll get a delay of game against Atoka that time. That'll be their second penalty of the day. Another 5-yarder. So 2nd and 15 just became 2nd and 20 and moved the ball back to the 33-yard line. $11 minutes left here in the first half, 16-0 Leopards. And this time, again, they'll go trips right. Bland stays in as the lone back, and this time Jim will work from the shotgun. Tight end left is Brooks. And they look to throw that. Got him chasing the backfield, throws it up for grabs. And
man, what a play there by Shane Jones. Man, he was all over it. Chased poor Jim around the backfield there. He just had nowhere to go. He had to just let it loose.
But we've got a flag laying at the 30, and I think the initial indication is that this is a hold on Atoka, and I'm not sure you accept that penalty because the tackle was all the way back at the 20. That would be the effect of the penalty, and they'll lose the down on top of it. So I think we decline this penalty.
I would think so, too. They're already backed up really deep.
And so they will decline it. The loss on the play puts the ball back. I'm sorry, the loss was down because it was an incomplete pass. I'm going to get my act together here. And no, actually looks like they are going to accept it. Yeah, I was thinking he was sacked back there, and it was an incomplete pass. So they will go ahead and accept the penalty, and the ball will be spotted, looks like, what, the 22-yard line? Make it the 23-yard line. So 2nd down, let's call it 30 now. They got to get all the way to their own 47-yard line. And Bland right up the middle, bounces off the pack and goes right, but there's still nowhere to go for J.D. Bland. And he'll get to the 25 and pick up a couple of tough yards, but this brings up a 3rd and forever now for Atoka. their own 25-yard line, and they've got to get to the Leopard 47 for a first down.
Tough defense right there. J.D. Bland, normally when he lowers the boom, it doesn't matter who's there. He's used to getting 2 or 3 yards no matter what. So really tough defense there up front.
Back to I formation, wide receiver either side. Back to pass, Jim throws it down this left sideline, and that was good hustle back there. Stubblefield and Aguero in coverage back there as he was looking for Keyshawn Shields back there in the long fade, and it didn't go as it falls incomplete. Brings up a fourth down, but I think Jones lowered the boom on Zachary Jim one more time.
Yep, I think Jim's probably going to be keeping his eyeballs on number 28.
When he sees 28 coming, he's going to go the other way. The Leopards will put Aguero back deep this time as Barrett backs up into punt formation and stands about his own 10-yard line. Will have the wind at his back. Good snap. And this one is going to fall and take a nice roll. In fact, pretty good punt. That was going to roll all the way inside the Leopard 30 down to the 28-yard line. That's a nice job.
About a 20-mile-an-hour wind at his back helps.
But Atoka's had 3 possessions, punt, interception, and punt. So the defense for the Leopards doing their thing. But with 9:19 left to go here in the first half, the Leopards have the ball at their own 28, lead 16-0. Let's see what this Leopard offense can do here.
I'm sure liking what I'm seeing on both sides of the ball. You know, Atoka runs this. Excuse me for not being as astute as I should be, but it's either a 5-2 or a 5-3 with one of the linebackers walked up like a stand-up end. And it's generally a tough run defense, but we've had good success running right at them. So that means that our boys are playing really strong in the trenches.
Doing well. Wide receiver either side, slot right for Ramming. Gives it to Dutton. They run the reverse. Coming to this side and out of bounds as Stubblefield again showing his speed, gets around the edge, and he should have a first down. Looks like they'll start him right at the 40-yard line, a pickup of 12 yards. And I think we found the new wrinkle for the Leopards and Price Stubblefield in the run game.
Yeah, you bet. We've seen flashes of it here and there, but I like seeing Stubblefield get really involved tonight.
Stubblefield goes back wide right, Aguero wide left. Taylor in the backfield with Ramming as he works from the pistol. 1st and 10, Leopards their own 40. Aguero in motion, left to right. Give it to Taylor right up the middle, breaks it, and stumbles. Just couldn't quite get his feet back under him, but he still picks up 4 yards out to the 44-yard line, bring up a second down and 6.
Another tough run there. Number 74, Denny Foran, had hands on him immediately. And Dutton went on by, but he knocked him off balance just enough to have him fall down. And
Taylor checks out, Vaughn back in. Second down, 6, Leopards, their own 44. Twins left. Do a wing right and give it to Vaughn right up the middle. Flags fly. So we do have penalty markers down. Vaughn will have enough for the first down all the way to Atoka's 47-yard line. But let's check on the flag and see what we have here. And Leopards are backing up. Apparently this must be on Lindsay. False start. So Leopards now with 2 penalties in the ball game for 20 yards. Curry is going to check in and go wide right. And Horton will check out. Nope, Horton will stay in. He was coming to the sideline to get instructions. He'll be split left. Vaughn stays in at running back. And we'll have Priest Williams and Shane Jones both in there. Williams will line up tight end left. Jones there at that wing spot. Second down, 11 for the Leopards. Horton in motion left to right. Give it to Vaughn right up the middle. Big hole and just runs over Prince Coleman.
My goodness.
I mean, lowered the boom. And then we have a late flag coming in, laying at the 40. Hang on.
Maybe unnecessary roughness on Vaughn.
Vaughn. Mr. Coleman, meet Jacob Vaughn.
Absolutely.
Officials talking to one of the Leopards here. I'm not real sure what the call is here, but he's talking to, he's Levi Smith. But the flag's laying at the 40-yard line. Let's see what the call is this time. So the officials are actually going to call the teams together. We must have something going on in the trenches down there that we're not picking up on, and so they're going to call these guys together and
must be a little chippy.
Little chippy down there. So we're going to get this straightened out. I'm going to guess that they probably were going to call that offsetting, and so we will see if we can get some conduct straightened out here.
If it is chippy down there, I appreciate this approach.
Yes, absolutely.
White Hat bringing these guys together and explaining what they're seeing, and could be a guys, get your act together.
Right. We do see both Coach Embry and Coach Cup getting explanations as well on the sidelines while the White Hat talks to the players at midfield and get a couple of fist bumps there, and we're going to wave off the flag.
All right.
Yeah. So let's go back to the fact that
got a verbal warning there.
Yeah. They spot the ball at the 49-yard line, which was a pickup of was 2nd and 11. We still are discussing here.
They're talking to Aiden Scruggs now, JD. You're getting in trouble.
They're going to take. They're actually going to send Aiden Ramage out of the game.
Who's that coming in?
So they will bring in Blake Cummins. So we'll call it 3rd and a yard.
Well,
at the 49-yard line of Lindsay.
So Aiden's going down to the trainer's bench there. He may have
something on his hand there where he's got some blood or something there maybe.
I'd say that's what that is. They're taping him up.
Yep. So 3rd and a yard if we finally get back to action here, what seems like it's been forever since that last play. Vaughn stays in the backfield. The Leopards will go twins left, single receiver right. Ramming will work from the shotgun. And now what?
I don't know. The ref got his flag out, waved it a little bit. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yep.
Here we go.
And right up the middle, Jacob Vaughn avoids one tackle, and then he'll get gang tackled as he gets down to the Atoka 37-yard line. Nice run right up the middle that time. 14-yard run for Vaughn, and we do have another injured player on the field for Atoka, and that looks like it is their wide receiver, Prince Coleman, that's down.
Yeah, I think that is number 3.
And that'd be a big blow to them.
And I haven't seen Mike Shields back in since he went out earlier.
So they will attend to Mr. Coleman. We'll take a timeout and come back and check on Prince Coleman right after this. This is live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Hey, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. We would like to invite you to come and worship with us on Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We're located at 1205 West Cherokee Street. Here at the Lindsay Church of Christ, you will find the truth of God's Word, spoken in love, and a group of people who love God and one another. Do you have a Bible question? Well, we have a Bible answer. Come and worship with us and be edified at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
Back to action as Coleman did go off under his own power. Good to see that from Prince Coleman, but the Leopards have a 1st and 10 at the Atoka 37-yard line. Twins left, single receiver right. Vaughn, the lone setback for Ramming as he works from the shotgun. He's got a man. He throws it short instead. He had Aguero deep. He ends up throwing it short and complete to Stubblefield, and he'll get run out of bounds on the near boundary and mark him at the 31-yard line. So a pickup of 6 for Stubblefield on the reception. And we've got a flag in the backfield, and they may have a roughing the passer from maybe the initial indications. And they will mark it. $15 yards to the end of the run and put it at the 16-yard line. Third penalty of the game on Atoka is a big one. It puts it deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 Leopards now at the Atoka 16-yard line.
Stubblefield in the backfield again.
Along with Vaughn. They've got Aguero split right. Dodson is split left. Jones lines up tight end left this time. 1st and 10 Leopards. Ramming. Fakes it. Pitches it out to Stubblefield. Headed for the far boundary. Gets around the end. Touchdown. Price Stubblefield on the 16-yard end around.
Nice little play there. Little zone read out to Stubblefield. And he is quick.
He is quick. He's got 4 carries now on the night. 10, 20, 34. That makes him 50 yards. And now a 16-yard touchdown out of those 4 carries.
And I said zone read. I meant read option.
Read option? Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. After I wrote all that down, even marked the touchdown, I'm going to have to start looking for the penalty flags. So erase all of that. That's the reason I use pencil. I do not write in ink because I make too many mistakes. 1st and 15 for the Leopards now, back at the 21. Stubblefield and Vaughn stay in the backfield. Curry split left this time. Ramming, hands it off. Stubblefield right up the middle, spins, gets around back to the 11-yard line. He picks up 10 more, and we've got another flag at the 10-yard line.
Goodness gracious.
This first half has become a snail's pace here. And cameraman says this one's going against the Wampus Cats. Let's see what the call is here. Oh, we're going to have another offsetting personal fouls, and we'll play it all over again.
Okay. Maybe it'll be Stubblefield again.
Could be.
For what it's worth, that was a nice little run.
It was a great run.
Couple of good moves, nice cut and a spin move.
And we're going to have a timeout called by the Leopards. Figure this one out. 7:02 left to go here in the first half. It is 16-0. The Leopards with a 1st and 15 at the Atoka. Well, we're back to the 11-yard line. I guess they're going to wave it off and keep that play. So I guess with Stubblefield will get to keep that 10-yard carry at the
my stats are going to be really, really official.
I started to say the officially unofficial is going to be that way. Let's take a quick timeout, though. We'll come back with more coverage of Leopard football right after this on KBLP Live.
If you find yourself in Chickasha, Oklahoma, stop by Legends Pub House and Venue for lunch or supper. Legends also brings you some of the best concerts around. Everyone at Legends would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards Good luck this football season. Go Leopards!
We'll come back out of the timeout. They're going to let the play stand that Stubblefield had all the way down to the 11-yard line. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 now after the 10-yard run from Stubblefield. Williams and Jones both check back into the ball game. Horton will be split right. Curry splits left. And Jacob Vaughn will be the lone setback. 2nd and 5 from the Atoka 11.
Looks like Shane Jones is going to back up in the.
And we're going to have another timeout call by the Lindsay Leopards. More confusion here. So before we take this timeout, let's talk a little bit about some of the area games that are going on tonight, and probably one of the ones we'll check out on coming up at halftime is Marlow and Comanche. Comanche will be the next opponent for the Leopards in a couple of weeks, and it'll be homecoming that night, by the way. We're off next week, bye week for the Leopards, and then we'll be back for homecoming coming up 2 weeks from tonight on the 22nd, and Comanche will be our opponent, and they had the unenviable task of taking on one of the best teams in the Class 3A in the Marlow Outlaws. So we'll be checking on them along with some of our other area teams that I was going to tell you about. But right now we'll go back to action. 35-0, by the way, if you really want to have an idea of where that game is. Marlow on top of Comanche right now. So that one.
Looks like Purcell Pauls Valley is a close one. 7-14 Pauls Valley over Purcell. Second quarter.
Back to action, Jones and Vaughn in the backfield. Horton splits left, Curry splits right. They'll give it to Jones right up the middle, and some tough yards and more penalty markers as he picks up a yard to the 10. But let's see what this flag is. It's against the Leopards. And looks like this one's going to be a holding call. So if they mark that one from the spot of the foul at the 11, it's going to go right back to the 21-yard line. This has been an adventure on this series. They got it all the way down to the 31. The personal foul call moved it down to the 16, and then a false start on the Leopards moved it back to the 21. And then we had the offsettings, and then we did this, and we did that, and now we're back to
well, I think the clock said 7:10 about 20 minutes ago.
I think you're right. 2nd down, we'll call it 15 from the 21. Dodson in motion, left to right, fake the pitch. Ramming keeps it himself and almost able to keep his feet. And he'll get down to the 13-yard line, pick up 8 yards.
Yeah,
no penalty markers on a play for a change. But this is still going to be a 3rd and call it 7 now.
On a positive note for Atoka, Shields is back in that went out hurt earlier, so glad to see him back in action.
Absolutely. Twins left, single receiver right. They'll bring Stubblefield in motion. He'll stop in the backfield. Vaughn tries to make a cut in the backfield, and he's digging and fighting, and they're going to stand him up at the 10-yard line. And
J.D. Bland with that stick.
3 tough yards that time for Jacob Vaughn. And the Leopards going to have a 4th down and 4 now. Dodson checks out. Priest Williams checks in. They'll go with Williams and Jones both, with both tight ends in there. Aguero is split left along with Stubblefield. The Leopards obviously going for it here. Deep in Atoka territory at the 10-yard line. Vaughn moves over to the left side of Ramming. 4th down and 4. Ramming rolls left, looking to throw. Still looking, throws into the back of the end zone, and it falls incomplete. Aguero tried to come up with that one, and it will fall incomplete. And the Leopards will turn it over on downs, and Atoka takes over with 5:12 left to go here in the first half. They'll have it 1st and 10, their own 10-yard line. Leopards could not capitalize on that one after getting that deep in Wampus Cat territory.
You hate to see that too. All the back and forth penalties. Hard to even know where you're at there, and it just stifles the momentum. And we know how big momentum is, especially at the high school and college level. It's tough on you.
We'll see if this Leopard defense can get the ball back for them. Plenty of time here to be able to get something going here if they can get it back. They'll go trips left this time. Jim will work from the shotgun as J.D. Bland moves over to his left side. Looking to pass. He's got all three in the pattern out there and nearly picked off. What's that? I can't see the numbers on that jersey yet.
That's a tough spot. Is that Horton, number 10?
May have been. But nice play out there as he jumped that route.
Kevin, can you see who that was? I think it was too. I believe that was number 10, Horton, defending that play.
If Kevin would have zoomed in on that, would have probably been able to see it. But, you know.
Yeah, get in there tight, Kevo.
I'm just kidding, Kevin. 2nd down and 10. Atoka with the clock stopped now with 5:08 left to go in the first half after that incompletion. And play comes in from the sidelines. Clock approaches 10 seconds on the play clock. Atoka's going to have to hurry here. They sure did. Backed him up to the 5-yard line. Kevin noticed that some kind of penalty there. From his end zone, Jim throws it, and again, nearly picked off out there, and I think that might have been Horton again.
And Horton has really stepped it up here these last couple of games. He was all over the place in that second half at Dibble last week. Getting some good action here tonight.
So 2nd down and 15 now. Yeah. They're going to go. Yeah, if they don't hurry up, we got a play clock running down to 3, and Coach Cup is going to call a timeout. Let's talk about some of our area games real quick because I didn't get to those earlier, but we'll start up in Class 4A. The number 2 ranked Blanchard Lions on the road at Piedmont tonight. Newcastle hosting Plainview. And the Pauls Valley Panthers, already talked about their score just a minute ago. They were ahead of Purcell. But Pauls Valley ranked number 10 in Class 3A this week. The number 1 Washington Warriors are hosting Jones tonight. Dibble hosting Little Axe. Lexington hosting Wayne. Ellick Longhorns are on the road at Southwest Covenant. Maysville is hosting Mountain View Gotebo, and the 10th-ranked Wynnewood Savages on the road at Tishomingo. Washington is up 14-0 on Jones right now. Pauls Valley up 14-7 on Purcell. Both those games late in the second quarter. And then Sulphur and Davis. Sulphur up 7-0 on Davis. Dibble leads Little Axe 22-8. So, again, Marlowe up 35-0 at halftime on Comanches. There's a quick rundown of some of those games already. Well, we'll check more on those coming up at halftime as we get ready to get back to action out of the timeout. 4:40 left here in the first half. Still 16-0 Leopards on top, but here's a big hole for Atoka as they're at 2nd and 15 from their own 5. Jim stands on his own goal line in the shotgun, takes it back to pass, looks for the crossing around, and that one just off the fingertips of number 5, Dante Harrison. And that'll bring up now a 3rd down and 15 from the 5. And Kevin mentioned an aroma he was noticing up top. It has filtered its way into the press box. The skunk smell now has arrived up here.
That's the only drawback to having this air conditioner up here. Is
it pulls that outside air right in here. 3rd down and 15 now for Atoka. Their own 5-yard line. They'll go trips left again. Bland to the lone setback. Jim rolls to his left, trace him in the backfield, and he will get out of the end zone and avoid the safety, but we've got flags.
Goodness.
There's got to be a holding call where that one's laying.
Yeah, Shane Jones, Wyatt April, both. You bet. Boy, and they very nearly got it. I know. So what we're laughing about is I was responding to something JD said, which I tend to forget that you guys listening on the radio and on the live stream cannot hear. So if you hear me respond to something and you don't know what it is, that's it. Forgive me.
Penalty is declined by the Leopards as the result of the play is a 4th down. So we'll go to 4th down now, and more like 16 as they did lose a yard on that scramble from Jim. So this is a precarious situation now for Talon Barrett as he'll stand in the back of his own end zone to punt this one away. Aguero stands at the Atoka 40-yard line, ready to receive this one. The Leopards look like they're setting up more for a return than they are going for a block here. Good snap. Nice punt. Aguero's going to have a chance. Takes it at the 38-yard line. He's at the 30, headed for the far sideline. Reverses his field and runs backwards. Gets still down to the 20, probably the 21-yard line. Still a nice return there for Aguero. So Leopards had it at the 16-yard line and could not put it in the end zone earlier. They force basically a 3-and-out for Atoka, even though there was a couple of penalties in there on that drive, and they'll now have it at the Atoka 21-yard line.
Yeah, fortunate to be almost back in the position we were just a few minutes ago. He got a nice punt off there with the wind at his back. Aguero was able to put together a nice return there. Unfortunately, he did cut back, lose a few. If he'd have just kept that forward momentum going, we'd have been a little better off. But a good return nevertheless.
Vaughn the lone setback. Wide receiver either side. Curry is this way. They'll bring man in motion. Ramey keeps it himself. Big hole over that right side, and he'll get down near the 10-yard line. Mark him just short at the 12, but picks up 9 on the play. And bring up a 2nd down and 1.
Man, the coaches must be seeing a mismatch up the middle there. It looks like the alignment is would make it awfully tough for a up-the-middle run, but we're gashing them. So the big boys up front are getting it done.
Going with 2 tight ends again, and this time Ramey's got even more room around that right side, and he's going to take it all the way in, 12 yards out. No laundry on the field.
Woo-hoo.
Touchdown, Leopards.
Nice run.
So Ramey with the 12-yard touchdown run caps that drive. That one only took 2 plays. Puts the Leopards up 22-0, 3:21 still left to go here in the first half. And the Leopards will come out and go for 2. And they'll stack them all up on the left-hand side this time. Ramey again keeps it himself, follows Vaughn right into the end zone. Yes, 2-point conversion is good. 3:21 left to go here in the first half. The Lindsay Leopards with a 24-0 lead over the Atoka Wampus Cats. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank right here on KBLP Live.
With Oklahoma's weather being unpredictable, you need a trusted roofing company. At Legacy Roofing and Construction, we are proud to serve Lindsay, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas. Call Legacy Roofing and Construction for a free estimate at 405-756-8855 or visit our website at legacy-roofing.com.
For all your repurposed furniture and other treasure needs, check out Junkin' with Janet's booth at Backroads Boutique on Main Street in Lindsay. Mr. and Mrs. J would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards a great football season. Go Leopards!
After the touchdown from Brody Ramey, a 12-yard run, we got a replay of that coming up here. And we'll watch Brody Ramey Just look at that hole open up that right-hand side. Vaughn gets a block. He takes it down that far sideline into the end zone. Touchdown for Brody Ramming. And we don't have a replay of it, but on that conversion try, y'all pointed out that that was Blake Cummins. Took his man all the way to the goalpost. So that's some pretty good blocking up front from Blake Cummins.
They say go to the whistle.
That's right.
And if he'll let you push him that far,
why not?
Just keep on him. That boy's trying to get him a spot.
Yep. So Aguero will come in to do the kicking this time. Again, we'll have to hold it because the wind keeps blowing it off the tee here. Malachi Brooks back deep. Aguero's kick high and short, taken at the 30 by Shields. Breaks left, got some room, got a couple of blockers in front of him. Look out, he's out near midfield. He'll get run out of bounds on the far boundary, but not till he crosses the 45. And see just how far they do spot this. And we've got an official walking back, talking to the coaching staff instead of and they're moving him all the way back to like the 41-yard line. I'm not real sure. Did he step out of bounds over there? I'm not.
When he's holding the flag there, I'm not sure if that's
if he's holding it because he threw it or. But I thought he went out of bounds like up between the 45 and the 50, and he must have stepped out or something over there around the 41 because that's where they're standing with the football.
Yeah, that would be my assumption.
But again, this crew has had their moments tonight with the calls. And the back judge, the flag's back here at the 30-yard line. So I'm not real sure what Whitehat's still talking and discussing here. Back judge picked his flag up back here at the 30-yard line. So, I mean, that was way back here. That was behind where the ball was kicked from. So, I mean, and the receiving, I don't know. So we have an offsides, unsportsmanlike on the Leopards, and an offsides on the Atoka. Is that how I read that?
That's what I read. So we're going to go 15 and then 5 back. What are we doing?
So I guess they're going to mark off the 15, and then they'll move it. No, they're going to leave it at the Leopard 49-yard line. Okay. 3:12 left here in the first half. 1st and 10, Atoka. They will start on the Leopard side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. Bland will be the lone setback. Dante Harrison split this side. Shields is split left. And we're finally about ready to go. Jim works from the shotgun. 1st and 10. Atoka. Shields back to pass. Looking left. Takes a shot from Priest Williams. Throws it up for grabs.
Oh.
And Jim is down.
Again.
I mean, you got to give it to the freshman for standing there and wait until the last minute to throw that, but Priest Williams is not somebody you want to take a shot from like that, and Jim is down. I think it's just maybe it may have just knocked the air out of him. Again, it was not a malicious hit at all.
No.
I mean, hit him just as he threw the football.
Yeah, that's a big size difference there between Priest and Jim.
Of course, now what you come back to, you've got your junior starter is out with a hand in a cast. This is your freshman that's come in to replace him. Now, if you're Coach Cup, where do you go for a quarterback now? You know, that they've got listed on their roster. So,
well, they've got Timothy Wingo, I believe, was on the starting roster last week against Ringling, and it was a bit of a surprise to some that I talked to that Zach Jim actually ended up getting the start. So,
okay.
Wingo's there.
It looks like they actually do list Dante Harrison, that wide receiver number 5, and has quarterback listed on his possible positions too. But good sign as Zachary Jim does get up and walk off under his own power. Very happy to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll see what, again, Coach Cup comes up with here, and he is talking to Dante Harrison, so that may be who we see come in now at quarterback for the Wampus Cats, as they'll face a 2nd down and 10 at the Leopard 49-yard line.
Greg, that's why they pay left tackles so much money in the NFL.
Oh, is
that
it?
reason
Yep.
right there. That's what they call the blind side.
I in formation under center. They'll pitch it back. They go back to the reverse. The Leopards were ready, but now, look out. We've got double move and had a man. They had the Leopards fooled, and they had Prince Coleman open downfield, and Keyshawn Shields let it fly on the reverse and the pass, and it drops incomplete.
Yeah, fortunate there.
Big time.
I think, was that Tanner Curry back there defending? He was a little bit surprised when that ball went in the air.
Well, they were ready for that reverse. The Leopards actually could have had Shields in the backfield back here, and he got between the 2 defenders. But
yeah, I believe that was Curry on the far side cornerback.
So, again, they will put Harrison under center, I formation, wide receiver either side. This time looking right up the middle, and the handoff that time to Mike Shields as he was in the fullback spot. That handoff, and no gain on the play for Mike Shields. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10, so a 3 and out for Atoka after getting the ball on the Leopard side of the 50 to start this drive, but they have not able 2:20 left to go here in the first half. Barrett stands inside of his own 40. Good snap. 11-yard line. So Lindsay will take over with 2:02 left to go here in the first half. They'll have it 1st and 10. This time they're on 11. Remember, at halftime, Andrew and I will have our officially unofficial first half stats. We'll check on some of our area scores and more here on the First National Bank halftime show coming up here in 2 minutes and 2 seconds of clock time anyway.
Of clock time.
Leopard offense heads back out. Dutton Taylor will be in the backfield. Dodson will split far right. Aguero was split left. Ramming from the shotgun. 1st and 10 Leopards. They're on 11. So the quick stop route. Oh, the hitch and pitch. And good yardage out of that one. The 25-yard line. Looks like that's where they're spotting. 14 yards and a 1st down. And that stats on that play kills me. Do you give it a pass and a run? Do you give it as I don't know. We'll figure that out. But Leopards have it 1st and 10 at the 25. Taylor to the left of Ramming. And fake the handoff. Ramming steps up in the pocket, now decides to just tuck it and run, and he'll head out of bounds at the Leopard sideline right at the 30-yard line. So pick up a 5 that time for Ramming and stops the clock with 1:49. Good job there by Ramming. Recognizing he needs to get out of bounds and stop the clock. 2nd down 5 for the Leopards. Dutton stays in the backfield. We got Horton and Dodson split right. Jones tied in right. Aguero splits left. 2nd and 5. Ramming from the... Can he get there? He gets to the 35 and thrown forward. Malachi Brooks on the stop, but not until Aguero gets all the way down to the 32-yard line of Atoka. 38 yards on the connection that time. Ramming from the shotgun, twins right, single left, back to pass, rolling to his right, and we have blown dead Flags on the play. And do we have a false start?
False start, he said.
So back the Leopards up one more time.
There goes that momentum.
And put it back at the 37-yard line. 1st and 15. Aguero will split right with Stubblefield this time. Dodson will be split left. Dutton in the backfield. 1st and 15 Leopards. They are at the Atoka 37-yard line. Jones in motion left to right. Ramming rolls to his right. Has room if he wants to run. He won't throw it down. Nice move down there by Aguero. And he makes the spin and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Leopards. I believe that was Manny Aguero. And it was.
It was, yes, sir.
37 yards on the touchdown pass, and good adjustment down there. And, of course, Brody Ramming had all kinds of time on that roll to wait for Aguero to get open.
He sure did. I thought a couple of times there he was just going to tuck it and run.
Had all kinds of room.
Yeah. He could have gone either way with that, but gave Manny the time to get open, tossed it down there to him. Nice play. Couple of nice catches there for Aguero.
Aguero, sorry to say, he had 73 yards on 2 catches there. Ramming on the 2-point conversion again goes in to make it 32-0. Leopards on top. There's still 58 seconds left to go here in the first half. We'll send it back to JD. We'll take a timeout. We're back with more live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Jake's Shortstop offers gas, snacks, ice cream, pizza, subs, wings, and the coldest drinks in town. Everyone at Jake's Shortstop says good luck to the Lindsay Leopards this football season.
Hughes Heat and Air is a family-owned business that serves Lindsay and surrounding areas. Hughes Heat and Air provides service for residential and commercial jobs, including simple repairs and new installations. Hugh and his crew take pride in providing professional, efficient, and reliable work at affordable rates. For your next heat and air project, give Hugh a call at 1-405-756-6399. Good luck, Lindsay.
$32-0 Leopards after a 37-yard touchdown pass. Let's take another look at that one. That one was pretty. Ramming rolling to his right, had all kinds of room, but notice the adjustment. Aguero in the curl after the catch takes it into the end zone. Touchdown Leopards. Nice move that time from Aguero, and again, all kinds of time for Ramming to wait for him to get open. So we've got 58 seconds left before halftime. It's 32-0 Lindsay on top. It'd be interesting to see if Zachary Jim can come back out for this possession, or if we'll still see Dante Harrison in for Atoka. Still waiting for the official signal for the kick, and now we get it. Aguero set to kick it away for the Leopards. Wobbles right down the field, and it'll just be covered at the 32-yard line. And I believe that was the tight end for Atoka, number 12, Patrick Brooks, that covered that one up. And we will see Dante Harrison come in at quarterback for this final series. What you would expect to be the final series anyway, as Atoka has it at their own 32. And under a minute to go before halftime. Just a couple of running plays here, and maybe go to the locker room, you would think.
Yeah, I would. Well, if it was me, I'd just pound the football till the clock ran out, but we'll see.
Bland at fullback. Harrison flips it back to Talon Barrett, and Barrett slips as he goes to make a cut, and he'll fall and lose yardage.
Looked like it was Aiden Ramage down there all over that one. If he hadn't slipped,
he will lose 4 yards on the play back to the 28-yard line. Second down and 14. Play clock down to 18, so one more snap here may be enough to get us to halftime. as Harris will get up under center. And he'll hand it to Bland. Bland over that left side. And good open field tackle right there.
Ryan Horton, I believe, made that stop.
And they'll mark it at the 34-yard line, so a pickup of 6 that time for Bland, but that will be the final play of the first half. The Lindsay Leopards will head to the locker room with a 32-0 lead over the visiting Atoka Wampus Cats. We'll come back after this timeout with our officially unofficial stats and more, so don't go away. We're back with more of the First National Bank halftime show after this timeout here on KBLP Live.
The First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
The Board of Directors, physicians, and employees of the Lindsay Municipal Hospital would like to take this time to recognize the Lindsay High School football team, the coaches, and players. Good luck, Leopards, from your fans at the Lindsay Municipal Hospital. And remember, if a medical emergency arises, call or visit the Lindsay Municipal Hospital, another Leopard supporter.
Hi, I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go, Lindsay!
Welcome back to halftime. We're going to send it down on the field, listening to the Pride of Lindsay as they do their halftime show here tonight. So enjoy some music from the Pride of Lindsay. The Pride of Lindsay and Shelby Lamb. Great job by the Pride of Lindsay Marching Band here at halftime. We're going to send it back over to JD. We've got some more words from our sponsors here during your First National Bank halftime show. JD and I will continue working, or JD, Andrew and I will continue working on our officially unofficial stats. We'll be back with more.
Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a fourth generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go Lindsay!
For all your tax services, contact Grant and Katie Johnson, CPA. Grant and Katie are certified public accountants that provide full-service accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. With 2 offices, one located at 600 Southeast 4th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, and another at 313 North Walnut in Pauls Valley, Grant and Katie are ready to meet your CPA needs. Give Grant or Katie a call at 405-238-2727 and set up your appointment today.
Hey Leopard fans, this is Nick Johnson from First Baptist Church Lindsay. At First Baptist Church, we are a family ministry and desire to faithfully proclaim the gospel in Lindsay and beyond. We would like to invite you to join us every Sunday for worship at 9 a.m. and Sunday school following at 10:15. Our Wednesday evening activities start with dinner at 5:50, and then we have Bible studies for children, youth, and adults starting at 6:30. First Baptist Church is proud to support the Lindsay Leopards, and we wish all of our student athletes a successful season. From all of us at First Baptist Church Lindsay, go Leopards!
Football season is here, and that means it's time to show off that school spirit with team apparel from Design It Screen Printing and Embroidery at 304 South Main in Lindsay. Stop by Design It at 304 South Main in Lindsay or call 405-756-3635. Go Leopards from all your fans at Design It in Lindsay. The Aaron Springs Baptist Church is a proud supporter of the Lindsay Leopard football team and would like to invite you to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, Sunday morning worship services at 10:45, Sunday evenings at 6, and Wednesdays at 7. Good luck, Leopards, from everybody at Aaron Springs Baptist Church.
Do you have a classic car or truck that needs some attention? Give Andy a call at Crossroads Classic and Customs, 1-405-255-0365. Crossroads Classic and Customs is located at 509 West Cherokee Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma. They do brake work, diagnostics, and much more, specializing in paint and body work. If you want your classic car or truck showroom ready, swing by or call Crossroads Classics and Customs today.
Cody Klingman and everybody at Klingman Incorporated want to send out best wishes to the Lindsay Leopard football team. Klingman Incorporated is always proud to support Lindsay school activities. So here's to a winning football season from everyone at Klingman Incorporated.
Clements Insurance provides insurance coverage to best suit your needs. We offer auto, home, farm, life, and business policies. Come by 109 West Chickasaw or call 405-756-2253. Clements Insurance is carrying on the tradition to satisfy you. So come see me, Keith, or Beth. Go Lindsay.
Tonight's football broadcast is brought to you in part by the City of Lindsay, proud supporters of Lindsay Leopard football and all student endeavors at Lindsay Public Schools. Keep up with local information and events at cityoflindsay.com, which now offers easy online bill pay. Good luck to the Leopards this football season from the City of Lindsay.
Back here at halftime, the Leopards with a 32-0 lead over Atoka. We'll get to our officially unofficial numbers for the first half. And when you talk about Atoka, there's not a lot to add up. They've run a total of 15 plays, and none of them have been for very many yards. In fact, as the first half, they are negative yardage, -7 total yards. 8 carries on the ground, -6 is the net of those. J.D. Bland, the only one with any positive numbers, and he's got 3 carries and 6 yards. Talon Barrett's got 3 carries, -6. Mike Shields has got 2 carries, -5. And Zachary Jim's got 1 carry, -1. And -6 yards on the ground, -1 through the air. Keyshawn Shields has 2 catches, but a gain of 4 on one and a loss of 5 on the other. So, again, negative yardage all the way around for Atoka. 2 of 7 through the air for Zachary Jim, who went out after taking that hit from Priest Williams. Did not see him come back in that last 2 series. We hope he is okay, and see if maybe getting some – that happened about 3 minutes to go before half, so we'll see if he comes back out here at halftime maybe and able to go. Go over to the Leopard side, and it's been a much better numbers for the Leopards. I've got them with 182 yards on the ground, 9 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown for Brody Ramming. 4 carries, 42 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Dutton Taylor. And Bryce Doublefield had a good night rushing the ball. He's got 4 carries, 44 yards, had a touchdown. Ended up having it called back on a false start. But even had Shane Jones lining up in the backfield. He had a couple of carries tonight, 10 yards as well. And then Jacob Vaughn, 5 carries, 38 yards for Jacob. But again, the Leopards, 182 yards on 21 rushing plays. Brody Ramming is 5 of 6 through the air, 112 yards and a touchdown. 3 carries, 79 yards. 3 receptions, 79 yards for Manny Aguero. 1 catch for Shane Jones. That one 27 yards. Bryce Doublefield also has a reception for 6 yards. But again, a very efficient night for Brody. 5 of 6 passing, 112 yards and a touchdown. So 294.
Yeah. To echo what you said, not real great on the Atoka side. Stifling defense really by the Leopards tonight. Only allowing defensively for the Leopards. So therefore, only 18 plays were played by the Atoka offense. So not a ton of tackles to record tonight, unlike the usual 18, 19 guys getting tackles on these Friday nights. So Brody Ramming, Gus Torres, Shane Jones, Aiden Taylor with 3 tackles, 2 assists. Tanner Curry, Ryan Horton also with a couple of solo tackles. Aguero with that 1 interception for the game. On third down, Lindsay's been really good, only allowing 1 third down conversion in the first half on 5 attempts. One negative thing to add for the Leopards is the amount of penalties. I actually recorded 9 penalties against the Leopards for 70 total yards. I also mentioned there were a few hurries there by Shane Jones, Wyatt April, and Priest Williams, one of those leading to the injury to the Atoka quarterback, which is unfortunate. I hope we see him back.
Absolutely.
For Atoka, obviously, Lindsay's been a pretty powerful offense tonight, so they've really had their hands full. Prince Coleman, the leading tackler tonight for the Wampus Cats, with 5 tackles, a couple of assists. Mike Shields, Bland, J.D. Bland, Tristan Coben, Denny Ferran, Eric Miller, Keyshawn. How do you say Shields' name?
Shields, yep.
you have to excuse me on that spelling or pronunciation, and Zach and Jim each with a tackle apiece. Lindsay put together, 32 offensive plays. As Greg mentioned, 182 rush yards, 112 pass yards allowed by the Atoka defense, 294 yards total. That comes out to 9.2 yards per play that Atoka has allowed Lindsay to gain. So not very good defense numbers there. On third down, not very good also. They allowed 2 conversions on 3 attempts. And they were a little bit better on penalties, only 3 for 25 yards. But that was, 9, 10, 11, 12 total penalties in that first half. So very interesting, a lot of flags flying, and a very one-sided game. So I'll give it back to you, Greg.
Well, and that's, I think, one of the things we were kind of talking off the air, but that seemed like it was the longest first half in history, trying to sort out a lot of what some of these penalties that were called and things that were going out there, and things were chippy on the field. And so hopefully these two teams can settle in and kind of get things under control here in the second half. Let's send it back over to JD. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll come back with some of your area scores, get you ready to start for the second half right after this. This is the First National Bank halftime show. The Leopards up 32-0 here at halftime, and we're back with more right after this here on KBLP Live.
The First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We're located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
Car Care Center at 211 West Cherokee is Lindsay's one-stop auto shop for complete automotive repair on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Got radiator troubles? Car Care Center can get you a new radiator. They also do mufflers, brakes, transmissions, diagnostics, and whatever you need to keep you on the road. Call Car Care Center at 405-756-1446.
American Exchange Bank, right here in Lindsay, is a locally owned and operated community bank that believes in just that, you, a community of fellow Leopards. We love our customers. We feel very grateful for each one. So if you are looking for a safe place to put your money, need help achieving that next dream project, we look forward to serving you each day. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back here at halftime, the Leopards leading 32-0 over Atoka. Let's talk about some of our other area teams, and we'll start out in Class 4A. The number 2 ranked Blanchard Lions on the road at number six Piedmont, and right now Piedmont is on top. Pauls Valley and Purcell are all tied up at 14. That one in the third quarter. Washington up 21-0 over Jones. Washington ranked number 1 in the state Class 2A. Dibble and Little Axe. Dibble on top, 22-14. That game in the fourth. Lexington leads Wayne 7-0 at halftime. Ellick taking another one on the chin tonight. Southwest Covenant up 44-0 at halftime in that ball game. We'll talk about Wynnewood, who's number 10 in the state in Class A, and they're up on Tishomingo Mill Creek 13-8, and that one I believe was also at halftime. At halftime, Sulphur was on top of Davis, 7-0, and we mentioned Comanche and Marlowe. Marlowe up 35-0 at last report of that game, and of course next week, and then they'll be back home coming up on the 22nd, and that will be homecoming. So let's give a shout-out to our Leopardette softball team who Southwest Shootout over at Sterling. They will play a winner's bracket. Pitch softball team is doing fantastic. I mentioned I noticed that they were undefeated.
I believe the last I checked, and I'll admit it's been a week and a half. Keith looked, but nevertheless, I'm really getting into softball these days. Really enjoying it. So they're fun to watch.
They are doing a fantastic job. So good luck tomorrow against Ripley as we get ready to get back to action here with the Leopards getting set to receive this one from Atoka. And Aguero will go back for Atoka. This is the first kickoff we've seen from Atoka tonight. Leopards moving left to right on your radio dial. They'll move from east to west to start this third quarter. And high end-over-end kick, and it'll fall short and take a bounce. And it goes right past Aguero. He'll retreat to the 15 and just fall on it. Effective kick into that wind as that one was held up. And the Leopards are going to have to start deep in their own territory at their own 14-yard line.
I don't know if the wind moved that ball. He lost it in the lights or what.
Something,
but
yeah.
For a sure-handed individual that Aguero is, that's unusual.
Took a bad bounce or something, but they are going to mark it right at the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10 Leopards as Brody Ramming in the offense heads back out. Jacob Vaughn will be in the backfield. And it looks like Dutton Taylor will be back there as well. Jones at the tight end. Aguero goes wide left. Parker Dodson is wide right. Two-back set for Ramming. 1st and 10 Leopards are on 14. It's a tough few yards out to the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. Picked up a 3.
Eric Miller and Brian Bryant combined on that tackle up front.
2nd down, 7 for the Leopards. And we've got whistles and a timeout for another injured player. And that looks like it may be J.D. Bland that is down now for Atoka.
Goodness. Yeah, that really would be a. Yeah, he's up.
He is up and walking off, so that is a good sign.
I bet you we'll see more of him.
He does make it to the sideline, walking gingerly on that left leg. So we'll come back out now. 2nd down, 7 for the Leopards. They're on 17-yard line. Again, Taylor. And again, he's pretty much averaging about 10 yards a carry for.
Yeah.
So that's enough to make it.
And a lot of that is after first contact.
Agreed. 2nd and 6, we'll call it. The ball at the Leopard 32-yard line. Aguero splits right this time. Taylor and Vaughn both in the backfield with Ramming. Back to pass this time for Ramming. He's got the short stop route for Aguero. Another curl move. Gets across the 40 and then ridden out of bounds about the 42-yard line. And that'll be a 10-yard reception and enough for another Leopard 1st down.
And it is effective.
It is effective. Aguero will go left this time. Dodson moves right. They'll stay with Jones tight end right as Dutton and Vaughn both stay in the backfield with Ramming. 1st and 10 at the Leopard 42. Ramming gives it to Dutton, looking for a hole around that right 6-yard
BC Factoring and Finance is a local, family-owned finance company. We assist small businesses with flexible and creative financing solutions to meet their cash flow needs. Call us to discuss ways we can help free up your time to focus on building your business. Visit us online at bcfactoring.com or give us a call at 405-259-2140.
Actually, they'll mark him at the 41. And again, we've got Laundry on the field from the far side. So hang on, and Vaughn actually is now down for the Leopards.
Oh, we don't need that.
And he's pulled his helmet off and rolled over. I'm not real sure.
Whatever it is, it appears to be painful.
I would agree, and they will help him up. And we'll still sort out the flag here, but good to see Vaughn get up and walk off.
Oh.
But I think he may have taken a shot. Looks like maybe where nobody wants to get a shot.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the flag is here. And the dead ball, personal foul, Leopards, dead ball, personal foul, Atoka.
Offset.
Leave it at the 40-yard line, and so pickup of 6 on the play for Vaughn as he was helped off the field there. And that will bring in the number 4 for the Leopards, and that is Caden Klingman. And Klingman, the junior, takes over back there, and the Leopards will go back to the 3 wide out set. Aguero is the lone receiver right. 2 to the left, ramming from the shotgun. Second down, we'll call it 6. Right up the middle, Klingman. Oh, and he dropped the football.
Oh, no.
Had a huge hole, and he drops the ball, and Atoka says they've recovered. Let's see.
Not sure he didn't have a knee down.
Well, they're not.
I think they would have signaled it already if they saw it that way.
I would agree. They're going to give the ball to Atoka. So Atoka recovers the fumble from Klingman, who had a huge hole right up the middle and had the Leopard first down, but lost the ball. And so Atoka, after the fumble, will have it in their own territory with 9 minutes left to go here in the third at their own 31-yard line.
Well, I hate that for Caden. That was a really nice run on his first play in the game. He does a really good job every time he comes in. I just hate that for him.
We'll see if this Leopard defense can get the ball right back here.
But I do think he was down. For the record.
For the wide receiver either side, and Harrison's going to keep it himself over that right side, and he will be brought down. Nice play there. Is that Jones? I think
believe
from
it was
the
Shane
backside.
Jones. Yes, sir.
Harrison does pick up a couple of yards to the 33-yard line. So bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Wampus Cats. They're on 33. Malachi Brooks goes right. 2 tight end look. Harrison from the shotgun keeps it himself again, headed over that right side. Has some room. He's got to the edge. Look out. He gets across midfield unless he stepped out before that.
Looks like Ryan Horton pushed him out of bounds there.
They'll spot him out at the 44-yard line. It's still a pickup of 11 and really a couple of positive. Wide receiver either side. And that is Shields right up the middle, and he will be dropped as he crosses the 40. And they'll give him the 38-yard line, and that is 5 tough yards for Mike Shields.
Gus Torres with the tackle.
Leopards still lead 32-0. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And they'll stay with that 2 tight ends, single back. This time Harrison will work from the shotgun. A wide receiver either side. Bland to the right of Harrison. Back to look to pass. Throws out in the flat. It's caught on the far side of the field, and that is Keyshawn Shields.
Casing work defending there.
They'll mark him out at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 3. More like a long 3. Again, wide receivers this time under center. The left tight end jumped. That is Wade McCall for Atoka. Jumps on the snap, and that will back them up 5. So back the ball up to the 40-yard line. We'll call it 3rd and 7, close to 8. Big 3rd down play for this Leopard defense here, although Atoka, you would think on the under center, Bland, the fullback. Leopards crowd that line of scrimmage, and Harrison did not go anywhere. No gain on the play that time.
Yeah, the Leopards brought 2 linebackers up all the way to the line. I think they knew what was coming on that play and stopped it cold.
So 4th down now, 4th and 7. See if the Leopards can get a turnover on downs here. This time, it looks like Mike Shields is back there to take the snap. He's back to pass. Rolls to his left, and he's got all kinds of room and speed. Look out. He's going to cut back across the grain. He's at the 30. He's got a first down at the 25, and then we're going to have flags. So let's see what this is.
Goodness, I hope that's not a face mask.
That's exactly what I was fixing to say. Let's hope it's not a face mask.
JD, you got a replay on that? Okay. I didn't think that he got a piece of that face mask personally. That was Ryan Horton there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what the I will say this is probably a game that I've seen more laundry on the field in a ball game than I've seen in a long time. I mean, we're now, 2 hours into this game, and we haven't even got to the end of the 3rd quarter yet.
Nope.
So they're still discussing. Up here, let's see what the call is. I'm not sure what that signal is. Which is where the original line was anyway, so it's basically a replay of the down. So 4th down and 7 at the 40, and Mike Shields is the quarterback. He's back to pass, down the field, and the Leopards triple covered Prince Coleman over there. I don't think he had a chance at catching that ball, but it was well underthrown anyway, and so the Wampus Cats will turn it over on downs with 5:36 left to go here in the first. This crew likes to throw the penalty flag. We have had the fair share of penalties called tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned how long the game's been running. We've only had 10, 15, 18 pass plays this entire game. Normally that's what slows it down.
Right.
Not in this case.
Bring Aguero in motion, and guess what? We've got more laundry on the field, and it's a false start on the Leopards. And I don't really want to point fingers, but the line judge on the far side of the field seems to throw his more than anybody else does.
He does. Is there a quota?
Yeah, there may be. Let's say,
dude,
I think you reached your quota already. 1st and 15 Leopards. They're on 35-yard line. Taylor the lone setback. And they'll give it to Taylor right up the middle. He breaks to his right. He's got room at the 40, the 45, and then run out of bounds. And slung down, and then we can't get a call on that one after they tackle him out of bounds.
That was some extracurricular tackling there.
Threw him down nearly to the track, and that one doesn't warrant a flag, but the Leopards will get a first down out at the 48-yard line on another big run from Dutton Taylor, 13 yards on the carry. And actually, it's not enough for the first down because it was 1st and 15. My apologies. So 2nd down and 2. Taylor stays in at running back. Aguero comes in motion from left to right. They'll pitch it to him, and Aguero wasn't ready for it. He had to just go down and grab it.
Yeah, Aguero didn't realize that one was coming, did he?
Yep. Was not expecting that one at all. The pitch hit him in the face. The Leopards lucky to corral that one, and the loss goes all the way back to the 44-yard line. So now it's 3rd down and 6. Dodson wide right, Aguero wide left. And now the white hat wants to talk.
Man,
this has been it's been an adventure.
Here we go.
Yeah, Dutton Taylor in the backfield. The Leopards will go with that same 2 tight end set with Jones and Williams. Ramming brings Dodson in motion. They'll hand it off up the middle. Taylor slips a couple of tackles, and it takes about 4 white shirts to bring him down. But
my goodness,
they'll give him forward progress back out to the 47. But it's still going to bring up a 4th down and 3 here for the Leopards.
Yeah, not a lot of yards gained there, but that was a tenacious effort.
And now they back it up to the 46. So call it 4th down and 4. Ramming going to keep it himself, and he gets across midfield before he's pushed back, and they're going to mark him with the first down yardage. Nice job from Brody Ramming to pick up 4 to first down. So 1st and 10 Leopards, they are at midfield now. 4:05 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They still lead 32-0 over Atoka. This time Dodson and Aguero will both be split left. And the middle, big yardage again as he gets down to the Atoka 41-yard line. 9 more yards for Dutton Taylor.
Man, he is just chewing up football field, isn't he?
2nd and 1. Taylor had 42 in the first half. He's picked up 20, 30, 40, 45, 48, 50. He's over 100 yards.
Yeah, nice night for Dutton Taylor. Here he goes again.
And that time snuffed out. Mike Shields says, no, you're not going to do it again.
Yeah, I think we might have jinxed him on that one, Greg.
You may have. And they'll mark that back at the 43-yard line, so he loses a couple on that one. So now 3rd down and 3. Ramming keeps it himself this time around the edge at the 40.
Got it again.
Yep. Just running over guys down there and gets down to the 38-yard line, and that'll be a 5-yard gain for Ramming and a first down.
Nothing fancy, just straight ahead running.
That's just quarterback sweep right, and let's go.
Yeah, no need to get tricky here in the second half of this game. It's been one-sided all the way.
Aguero and Dodson again are split left. Taylor in the backfield. Jones is left, Williams right. And we'll have a timeout called by the Leopards. Maybe a little confusion there. 2:29 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a timeout with him. We're back with more live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank after this timeout here on KBLP Live.
BC Factoring and Finance is a local, family-owned finance company. We assist small businesses with flexible and creative financing solutions to meet their cash flow needs. Call us to discuss ways we can help free up your time to focus on building your business. Visit us online at bcfactoring.com or give us a call at 405-259-2104. Go, Lindsay!
Hi, this is Mark Smith, pastor of the Banner Baptist Church. I want to invite you to join our fellowship here at Banner. Our Sunday services begin with Sunday school at 10 a.m. Worship starts at 11 a.m. and the evening service, it's at 5 p.m. Our Wednesday night services begin at 6 p.m. and include adult Bible study, youth, and children's classes. We are located 5 miles north of Lindsay on Highway 76. We look forward to seeing you there. Go Leopards!
Back out of the timeout, Leopards 1st and 10. Right up the middle, Dutton again. Can't get away. That is number 68, Tristan Coben, on the stop for Atoka. But he picks up 3 to the 35. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Again, Aguero and Dodson are split left. They're staying with that 2 tight end look with Jones and Priest Williams both in there. Taylor stays in a running back. We have not seen Jacob Vaughn back in the game since he went out with that injury earlier. Hope he is okay. Taylor taking his way through. He's at the 30, the 25, and finally brought down as he crosses the 20-yard line to the 19. And another huge, tough run for 16 yards for Dutton Taylor.
He has just been impressive. And that was Prince Coleman that finally got him down, but not after Dutton lowered the boom and took him about 3 yards with him.
This time Ryan Horton will be split left along with Manny Aguero, and Dodson will be split right. They'll go back to single tight end, which is Jones right. Dutton alone setback. Dodson in motion right to left. Fake it to pitch to him right up the middle. And then more tough running from Dutton Taylor as he crosses the 10 and gives the Leopards 1st and goal at the 9.
Man, I tell you what, this is turning into the Dutton Taylor Prince Coleman show. It's Dutton running and Coleman tackling. That's 3 of the last 4 plays here.
1st and goal Leopards at the Atoka 9-yard line. 1:05 left to go here in the 3rd. They'll go trips left this time for the Leopards. And Dutton Taylor lost the football and Atoka recovers.
Oh, man.
And that one was blown up in the backfield. That is number 20, Case Shores. And the Leopards turn it over on a 2nd fumble of the night.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It looked like he never even got the hands on the ball. I don't know if it bounced off his chest or what, but hate to see that drive get stifled.
Absolutely. That being said, Atoka takes over deep in their own territory at their own 7-yard line. 48 seconds, and Harrison trying to do that jet sweep right, gets to the edge but cannot get around it. Good hustle over there to Leopard defense. And again, those black uniforms and the orange numbers across the field over there are really hard to read.
I believe that was Dalton Parker out there with that tackle. I'm going to give it to him either way.
There you go. Pickup of 3 to the 10-yard line. I'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. 20 seconds left before the end of the 3rd. See if Atoka gets this one off. Is that Shields, I believe? We'll double check it here.
Yeah,
yep, that was Mike Shields on the carry. And looks like they'll spot him at the 13-yard line, so he picks up 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4, but that is the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we're going to send it over to JD. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the 4th quarter right after this. This is live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
For all your construction needs, give Brad Taylor a call with B&S Construction at 1-405-428-0039. B&S Construction specializes in concrete pads, sidewalks, and metal buildings of all sizes. Call Brad today for a free estimate.
The First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Aaron Springs Baptist Church is a proud supporter of the Lindsay Leopard football team and would like to invite you to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, Sunday morning worship services at 10:45, Sunday evenings at 6, and Wednesdays at 7. Good luck, Leopards, from everybody at Aaron Springs Baptist Church.
Their own 13-yard line. J.D. Bland is the lone setback. They'll go again to two wide receivers, one either side, two tight end look. Dante Harrison at quarterback, rolling to his left and throws that in the flat. That one intended for Joseph LaFavor. It will fall incomplete. That'll bring up now a 4th down, and Atoka will have to punt from deep in their own territory again. And they end up fumbling the ball on an exchange between Ramming and Dutton Taylor and lose that one, but the Leopard defense stands up strong and forces a punt. Talon Barrett will stand at his own 1-yard line. Aguero, one hopper on the snap, but Aguero lets it go, and what a bounce. Wow. All the way to the Leopard 33-yard line. What a punt. Of course, the wind at his back, but Barrett had that one bounce at the 50 and take a huge bounce. And it goes all the way down to the Leopard 33-yard line. So Lindsay will take over with 11:42 left in the ball game, leading 32-0. But we'll have the ball 1st and 10, their own 33. And it looks like they may actually put it. Nope, they do say 33. Yep. So a change in the offense, and we'll get these in here. Number 18, Isaac Cameron, checks in at quarterback for the Leopards. Let's see if we can get the rest of these guys in here for you. Number 4, Caden Klingman will be the lone setback. They'll go 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. And the officials still don't have everything sorted out here. So 1st and 10 Leopards, they're on 33. Cameron in at quarterback. They'll bring Dodson in motion from left to right. The bad snap through his hands. Can Cameron get back on top of it? And no, Atoka says they have recovered it. So now the Leopards have fumbled 3 times tonight. And that fumble costs them. It gives Atoka great field position, as they will be at the Leopard 20-something yard line here. We'll see where they actually spot it after the fumble, but I don't think the snap was so high as much as it was just like Cameron didn't quite have everything set to grab it yet. So put it at the 22-yard line, and Atoka takes over. And the Leopard defense, once again, is going to have to rise up here. This time Mike Shields back there at quarterback. Not Shields, I'm sorry, that is the number 6. That is, yeah, I got a flag on the far side of the field. Keyshawn Shields was at quarterback, and he had it way down there, but they're going to have a flag laying at the 15-yard line, and we've got another player down for Atoka over there. And, in fact, Keyshawn Shields is down back at the end zone where he ended that play.
I think he's cramping down there.
Could be. And we're going to have a hold called on Atoka, so that play will come back. And Ryder Trammell credited with that tackle, according to Doyle Gredeman on the PA. But, again, this one's going to come back. That was a huge play there by Keyshawn Shields from that quarterback spot. But the penalty will back him up. The flag's at the 15. That should move him back to about the 25-yard line. But not only have we not moved the ball, we've still got a player down on the far side of the field, and now they move the ball back. And they'll put it at the 23-yard line. So now it essentially is it's almost like only a 1-yard penalty. It's first and 11 now. And they finally, I'm not sure who the injured player is. They finally pick him up and just drag him off the field over there. And it almost looks like Prince Coleman, and it's just a cramp.
Cramping.
Yep, it's just a cramp, so that's why.
That looks like a hamstring cramp.
Yeah. Not fun.
Or two of them, actually.
Got both legs in the air.
Yeah.
So Shields again, Keyshawn Shields at quarterback, wide receiver either side, Blandel on setback. 2 tight end look. This time again going around that edge on the far side, and the Leopards do a lot better job of covering it this time. A couple of tough yards that time for Keyshawn Shields. And they'll give him.
I cannot make out those tacklers on that far side.
That is tough looking on that side. Put him at the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Yeah. Play clock's down to 10. They're going to have to hurry. They may not get this play off. They'll stay 2 tight ends, 1 wide either side, 1 single setback. Play clock is down. I don't know that they ever got everybody set, but no flags. Shields running for his life, and he'll finally get pushed out of bounds with basically, I don't think, any gain on the play. Wide April Silas Mahan giving credit on the tackle there, if I'm hearing Doyle correctly there.
I think that's actually Keegan Gibson.
Okay.
According to my roster.
Your roster?
Number 53.
I'll quit listening to Doyle and listen to you.
Well, I heard that, so I was just double-checking
here. So 3rd down and 8 now from the Leopard 20 for the Wampus Cats. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Shields looking to throw, gets run from the pocket, now running for his life, breaks away, and he's got room. Look out, he's at the 15, the 10, and then finally run out of bounds near the 5. The Leopards had him wrapped up in the backfield, and I have no idea how Keyshawn Shields got out of that, but he did. And he'll get a 1st down all the way down to the Leopard 6-yard line.
And that was Dalton Parker who finally stopped that play.
Let's see if the Leopard defense can keep the goose egg on the board here and keep the Wampus Cats out of the end zone. Tell you what, Keyshawn Shields
is shifty.
He is. Now they'll put Dante Harrison in there. He'll line up under center this time. And they'll give it to big old J.D. Bland. And
good job.
Wrap him up as he crosses the 5 to the 4-yard line, picks up a couple to bring up a 2nd down and 4. And yeah, you get this close, you figure you're going to see a whole dose of big number 24, J.D. Bland.
That was a tough stop right there. I think it looked like it was Aguero and Gus Torres combining on that one. Like I said before, it's tough to hold him to just a 0 or a yard or 2.
220 yards coming at you full steam. And we're going to have a time knocking at the door. We'll come back after this timeout. You're listening to live coverage of Leopard football presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
For over 68 years, Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, Oklahoma, has been serving families in the area during their greatest time of need, the loss of a loved one. We treat each family as if they were our own and consider it a true calling to minister to each and every family that calls upon us. We don't take caring for your loved one, assist your family with immediate need with the loss of a loved one, pre-need arrangement planning, pre-need burial insurance, along with questions regarding funeral burial trust accounts, Veterans Administration, and Social Security benefits questions. Myself, John W. Williams, Teresa, and Claudia are well experienced in these areas and will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, where you are family.
Second down and goal. Then they fake it to Bland and perfectly played that time. As Dante Harris fakes it to Bland, everybody expected Bland, and he ends up bootlegging right and takes it in from 4 yards out for the touchdown.
Well, he proved me wrong. I was calling J.D. Bland up the middle, and I'm sure that's what everybody else was thinking, and that's what made that play a good one.
Absolutely. Well, the extra point try coming from number 81, John Williams, as Atoka is on the board now with 9:27 left in the ball game.
A goose egg sure would have been nice.
I agree. And Williams' kick is on the way, and they say it's good. 9:27 left in the ball game, and Atoka has closed the gap. It is 32-7. Lindsay on top. We'll come back after this timeout. Live coverage of Leopard football is presented by the First National Bank here on your sports leader in South Central Oklahoma, KBLP Live.
Hey, have you heard the news?
What news?
There's a new bakery in town.
Oh, I know. Have you tried their hot lunch yet?
It's so good, and the cinnamon rolls and cream pies are to die for.
Let's go now and grab a salad or a sandwich from their grab-and-go cooler.
Okay, and while I'm there, I'll grab some cookies too. Sunshine Bakery and Deli, located at 311 West Cherokee in Lindsay. A little sunshine in every bite.
Tabor's Drug has been locally owned and operated for almost 60 years and has employed many leopards and leopardettes. We are very proud to be a supporter of our sports teams. At Tabor's Drug, your prescriptions are filled with care and accuracy, and our pharmacist is available for free consulting concerning your prescriptions bought at Tabor's. We also offer interpreters for our Spanish-speaking friends. We are a very friendly store that has that small town feel. You can reach us at 405-756-4511. Come and see us.
Score on the board, 32-7. The Leopards lead by 25. 9:27 left to go in the ball game. John Williams has it teed up for the Wampus Cats. Manny Aguero back deep for the Leopards. And wind will blow that one off the tee, so they'll tee this one up and try it again.
Tell you what, that wind has not died at all.
At all. I think Kevin's talked about it'll blow out of the north for a while, then it blows out of the east for a while, and it blows. So, yep, it is absolutely right straight easterly now, which means it's right at the back of John Williams. End over end kick headed toward the sideline will go out of bounds, and Leopards will take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. I don't think that's what John Williams really intended to do with that kick.
No, sir. Well, I bet we'll see a heavy dose of some number 2s here.
Isaac Cameron came in at quarterback the last series for the Leopards. We'll see him out there, I'm sure, and we'll do our best to try to get some of these others as they come in. But actually, nope, Brody Ramming comes back in at quarterback.
Okay.
First team is back out there.
Looks like the whole first team for the most part.
Aguero and Dodson are going to split wide right. Dutton Taylor in at running back. The Leopards are back to a 2 tight end set with Ramming at quarterback. First and 10 Leopards, they're on 35. Right up the middle for Taylor. Breaks another tackle and then gets run in. And then we're going to have another flag. And this one may go on the Leopards as it may be another one. I think that is number 53 back there for the Leopards. That's Keegan Gibson. But I think they're going to get him for unnecessary personal foul back here. Again, trying to block and had his man pinned to the ground. Not sure what was going on there, but the officials did not like it, and they will back the Leopards up.
My goodness. Yeah. So I ran out of spaces on penalties a long time ago.
The play went to the 43-yard line, so it was a pickup of 8 on the play for Dutton. But the 15-yard penalty will back it back up to the 28-yard line. So they'll make it now first and 17, we'll call it.
They blew it dead again for something. Here we go.
Yep. So first and 17 for the Leopards. They're on 28, and there's Tutton Taylor right around the right side. And a horse collar thrown out of bounds. And that's twice now that we've seen what I would call tackles out of bounds that would probably deserve a 15-yard penalty. And
I would agree with
they don't
that.
throw that at all.
No.
I don't understand. You're going to call a guy blocking his man to the ground and say it's personal foul, but a horse collar and slinging him after he's out of bounds doesn't justify a flag. That one's at the 37, so 9 more yards for Dutton Taylor, who's racking up a huge night on the ground. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. Ramming. Taylor again right up the middle. More big yards. He's got room at the outside. He's at the 50, the 45, and then run out of bounds. Prince Coleman over there, but again into Atoka territory for Dutton Taylor. Another big run, and he's just running off that right side and breaking out to the side and making huge gains.
He sure is, man. He's got to be getting tired by now.
You would think.
But he sure is running good, and he's running strong.
And we've got the ball marked. Oh, I thought it was further downfield than that. They mark it at the 44 of Atoka. That's 19 on that carry then for Taylor. 1st and 10, the Atoka 44-yard line. Give it to him again, and then again he's got big positive yards right up the middle of the field. He'll get to the 37, maybe the 36.
Pepper Jackson with the stop there. First time we've called his name tonight. Number 61.
8 more yards. 2nd down and 2. Dodson splits left. Aguero splits right. Give it to Taylor again. Again right up the middle. Tried to slip that tackle. Didn't get it done, but he's still inside the Atoka 30-yard line.
That was Eric Miller and
they're at the Atoka 27-yard line. Taylor stays in and running back. Twins right this time. 2 tight end look with ramming from the shotgun. And once again, Taylor this time wrapped up.
Yeah, Wade McCall was there to make that stop. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Night for Dutton Taylor. Say with the 2 tight ends, 2 split right. Taylor looking for the edge this time. Gets it turned. He'll be near 1st down yardage. And here comes more laundry. This time from the personal foul, Lindsay. Personal foul, Atoka. Offset.
My goodness.
This is getting almost comical. I mean, and I'll be honest, I'm not down there on the field. I'm not seeing anything that I would justify as personal fouls, and I don't know where they're getting all these from, but it could be.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
Well, but I would call that unsportsmanlike, not personal fouls, if it was just somebody talking. So I don't know. But 2nd down, ball at the 19, and
oh my goodness gracious!
False start, Leopards. Good grief! It's going to move it back to the 24. So let's call it 3rd and 6. Wide receiver, two tight end, either side, two tight end look, ramming, gives it to Taylor right up the middle again, and again, he's going to be close to a first down, but I think he's just going to be to the 20. So it's 4 tough yards for Dutton Taylor, and this is going to bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Leopards. So I wonder if you pull an Atoka here, everybody's expecting you to just hand it to Dutton Taylor. Maybe you fake it to him and Ramming keeps it himself. But 4th down, and it's a long 2. Ramming. Down, Brody Ramming. Before I say that, let me look
let's wait for the flags.
Let's wait and see if we get any flags thrown here. 20-yard touchdown run for Brody Ramming.
Well, you called it there, Greg. That's the carries there were on that drive. But
well, there were 10 plays in the whole drive, and I think he carried all of them but one.
Okay, there you go.
It was 9 of them. 20 carries on the night now for Dutton Taylor. With the Leopards.
Great job.
Take a 38-7 lead, and now we'll go for a 2-point conversion. The stack is on the left side this time for Ramming. And once again, he just follows everybody in. This time he won't get there. Prince Coleman got a hold of him and held him up, and the Leopards do not get the conversion that time. So 5:37 left in the ball game. 38-7, Leopards on top of Atoka Wampus Cats. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back to Burford Field after this. You're listening to live coverage.
Brought to you in part by the Super C-Mart, your hometown grocery store, offering everything you need to feed the family, including fresh produce and choice meats. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopard football team from your fans at the Super C-Mart.
El Unico Taco Truck is ready to curb your hunger. The traveling taco truck has locations in Lindsay and Blanchard and is available for catering services. You can contact El Unico to book your next event at 405-760-0821. El Unico enjoys supporting all of our Leopards with their Taco Tuesdays. Reach out to El Unico for your next event.
Back here in Lindsay as the Leopards have taken a 38-7 lead over Atoka. We've got 5:37 left in the ball game, and we might get this game in by midnight. We might not. That is a number 50. Nice high kick. Taken by Keyshawn Shields at the 30 and then
nice
wrapped up.
Ryan Horton, nice tackle, had him by the shirt.
No gain after that reception at the 30, and that's where Atoka will take over. 1st and 10, their own 30. Again, 5:26 left in the ball game. So it's been a interesting night, just from nothing else, with the fact that there's been absolutely no flow to this game at all. There's been so many penalty flags thrown, so many offsetting penalties, so many. I mean, it's been just a flag fest tonight.
Yeah, I've got 24 penalties on the night.
Man. Hand it off to Bland right up the middle and nothing doing.
Nothing there. Well played. Keegan Gibson.
Loss, in fact, to the 29.
Torres in there as well.
For J.D. Bland.
Keegan Gibson's been in for a few series now, and he's done a very good job. He's recorded a few tackles already. Nice job.
2nd down and 11. Under center this time for Dante Harrison. And right back up the middle, and that is actually number 44 on the carry, Teakin Richardson. Get a couple out to the 31-yard line.
Looked like that was
bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Sorry, Hannibal Hines in there on that tackle. And I think Ryder Trammell, number 22, in there on that one, if I saw right.
So big 3rd down play here for Atoka, and that is number 10. That is Ezekiel Brooks. So we've got several Brooks in the game here for Atoka, and they'll pitch it to him. He cuts it up inside. He's to the 40, the 45, the 50, across into Leopard territory. Oof. If he gets to the 40, they're going to mark him at the 43-yard line of Lindsay. That's a nice big run in there from the freshman, Ezekiel Brooks.
Yeah, Memphis Smith finally saved that one. He was the last man to beat. Thankfully, he was able to drag him down.
26 yards in there for Brooks. And do we have more laundry on the field? They're backing up. Okay. I don't see a flag anywhere, but I don't know. They've got a hold or a block. They've got a block in the back called on the Wampus Cats, so it's going to back them up. And they'll put the ball at the 30-yard line. And, of course, the chains had moved.
Mm-hmm.
I
never saw the flag.
I never saw laundry on the field. So, and again, I fault that part of this, the chain crew, but at the same time, that they don't move until the official tells them to move. So that official over there may not have realized there was a flag either.
That is
But they're going to give them a 1st and 10 at the 30. .239 left in the ball game. Harrison under center. And again, they're going to pitch it back to Brooks, and Brooks gets away from one man in the backfield, but he can't get away from the second. And that'll be no gain on the play for Ezekiel Brooks. Bring up a 2nd down 10. Clock runs with 2:10 left to go in the ball game. They'll stay with that. Actually, let's stack the tight ends on left side. They're going to pitch it in the back to Ezekiel Brooks. He cuts it back inside. He's got room. He's at the 40 and then stumbles and falls down as he gets 1st down yardage out across the 40-yard line.
Boy, he is an explosive runner.
Big time. It's just a freshman.
Yeah.
He's come in here and been a real spark for this Atoka offense.
From this experience, he looks like a pretty handy runner, if you ask me.
Good vision, cutback lanes.
His cuts are sharp.
So 1st and 10. They're on 41. Clock approaches a minute left in the ball game. They give it back to him, looking around the left side this time, and the Leopards will wrap him up, but he still gets across the 45. And they'll mark him at the 46-yard line. He'll pick up 5 more.
Bunch of black shirts on that one. I'm not sure which guy gets the tackle here. Cameraman, did you happen to see?
Second.
Cameraman's silent.
Cameraman is silent.
He didn't. Oh.
2nd down and 5. And this may be the final play of the game right here. Play clock and game clock almost in sync. Less than 20 seconds left. Harrison under center. And they'll give it to Ezekiel Brooks one last time. He's looking for the edge, and they'll get him out of bounds with 8 seconds left. And they're going to actually just let the clock run out on that one. The Lindsay Leopards 3, Atoka will drop to 0-2. We'll send it over to JD. We're going to take a timeout, and we will figure out our officially unofficial stats for the game. Be back to wrap it up from Burford Field right after this. Again, the final score, Lindsay 38, Atoka 7, and we're back after this on KBLP Live.
Are you tired of doing laundry? Give Sunshine Suds a call and let them do it for you. Sunshine Suds will wash and fold your clothes, and they also offer dry cleaning. Sunshine Suds also does quilting and alterations. Load up that laundry basket and head to Sunshine Suds, located at 107 Southwest 2nd Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give them a call at 405-756-2850.
The First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.
The team at Streamline Services contributes a great deal of their success to hard work, experience, and above all, a positive health and safety protocol. There is every reason they should be your next phone call for any of your oil and gas swabbing needs. Give Austin Smith a call today at 1-405-756-7763 to see how Streamline Services can help with your project while ensuring safety and professionalism without sacrificing quality work being done. Everyone at Streamline Services wishes the best of luck to everyone at Lindsay Public Schools this year. Go Leopards!
Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes all the best during this season. When in need of a valve repair, come by Sooner Valve Repair at 106 Southwest 9th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or call 405-756-1599. Good luck, Leopards, from Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay.
American Exchange Bank, right here in Lindsay, is a locally owned and operated community bank that believes in just that, you, a community of fellow Leopards. We love our customers. We feel very grateful for each one. So if you are looking for a safe place to put your money, need help achieving that next dream project, or are simply looking for a different banking experience, give us a call at 405-756-3101. We look forward to serving you each day. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Shopper News Note isn't just another paper. The Shopper News Note is a weekly publication that arrives in your mailbox every Wednesday for free. The Shopper offers free Shopper Topper advertisements as well as news notes and classifieds. And everyone at the Shopper wishes the Lindsay Leopards good luck this season. Go Leopards!
Back to wrap it up from Burford Field, the Lindsay Leopards with their second win of the season, a 38-7 win over the Atoka Wampus Cats, and a pretty dominant win for the Leopards here tonight against a very young and ended up a banged-up Atoka team. Hope those guys are okay, but the Lindsay Leopards really held them again. -7 total yards in the first half for Atoka. They end the game with unofficially 43 yards of offense and got a spark there at the end from Ezekiel Brooks. The freshman came in, had a 26-yard run called back. He ends up with 16 on a couple of carries. But and then after their quarterback, Zachary Jim, went out in that first half, we never saw him second half, and saw Dante Harrison come in and pick up about 20 yards on 5 carries, but just 43 yards on the ground, all the offense for the Atoka Wampus Cats in this ballgame. Leopard defense really stood them up most of the night. The Leopards, on the other hand, unofficially roll up 317 yards on the ground, and Dutton Taylor had himself a night. 20 carries, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a 15-yarder and a 23-yarder both in the first half. But again, 134 yards on 20 carries, nearly 7 yards a carry average for Dutton Taylor tonight. He had a great night. Ramming had a good night. He had 12 carries for 82 yards on the night. Jacob Vaughn, before he went out there in that second half, had 7 carries, 47 yards. Then 4 carries and 44 yards in that first half for Price Stubblefield out of that two-back set they ran for a while. And then a couple of carries even for Jones, had 2 carries for 10 yards. And Leopards end up with 317 yards on the ground on 39, 43, 45 rushing plays. and 317 yards. It was a big night on the ground. And the Leopards did not attempt to pass in the second half. So I'll go back to the first half. Ramming was 5 of 6 for 112 and a touchdown in that first half. And again, I'm sorry, I need to back up. We did have one pass in that second half. I've got a 42-yard pass to Aguero there in that second half that I've written down. So if that's the case, he now has 121 yards on 4 receptions. So a big night for Aguero on the night. So that adds 42 more yards, so that'd make 154 yards of passing on the night for Brody Ramming, who, again, had a big night rushing as well, 82 yards. But, again, the Leopards roll up 465 yards of total offense tonight. When you get 400-plus yards of offense, that's a pretty good night. So, with that, we'll go over and talk to Andrew, see what he's got in the way of defensive stats as we wrap it up.
Well, it took me a little while to figure these up. Lindsay ran a lot of plays, and Atoka had quite a night trying to keep the Leopards under wraps. I'll start with Atoka defense, which not a very good night. We did have some guys with some big nights tackling-wise. Prince Coleman with 10 tackles on his own and a couple of assists. Wade McCall with 3, Mike Shields 3, Eric Miller 3, Keyshawn Shields with 5 to his credit. Eric Miller, 3 solos, 4 assists. Big Brian Bryant, 3 solos, 2 assists, and a number of others with a tackle apiece. The big elephant in the room here is those yards that Atoka allowed. 429 yards were allowed on 60 plays. So the team average was about the average that you stated for Dutton Taylor at 7.1 yards per play. So not real good defense on that end. Also on third downs, not real good. They did allow 4 third down conversions on 6 attempts. Penalties-wise, we mentioned those massive numbers of penalties. Atoka did come out ahead on the penalty count, so we'll call that a win for them. Only 60 yards worth of penalties on 8 penalties. Also, I need to mention, too, give these guys credit. Wade McCall and Case Shores each recorded a forced fumble. So, good job on their part. On the other side, Lindsay's defense, very, very good. On 40 plays, allowed only 42 yards for an average of just a tad over 1 yard. So that is pretty solid defense any way you slice it. Also good on first down, allowed 3 conversions on 8 attempts. So good numbers there. Tackling-wise, we did end up spreading those tackles around like we normally do. I had, I think, 21 Leopards recording some tackles. So very, very spread out. Not a huge night necessarily for any one party, but Ryan Horton was actually the leading tackler tonight with 5 to his credit and an assist. A pair for Price Stubblefield, Gus Torres, Dalton Parker. Shane Jones, I will mention, 3 tackles solo, 2 assists to his credit. Also a couple, 3 hurries actually, and some of those hurries again where he just walloped the quarterback and ultimately caused him to go out. And we do hope that he is back in action next week. Wyatt April also a real good first half. Priest Williams also with a hurry. And also the one interception in the first half there by Aguero. So very good job there. I'll go back to those penalties again, and here's where we lost the night, I would say. The Leopards had recorded 14 penalties for 115 yards. So that's a lot of negative yards. So that's going against, Greg, that 429.
Yes.
So you do the math there.
Yeah.
Without those, what do you got?
You got 600 yards of offense.
that is a lot. And then not to mention there was at least 4, maybe 5 of those additional penalties that were offsetting that didn't go against either party. But just kind of a crazy night penalty-wise. I'm glad that it's over with, and that's all the stats I have. Really good job by the Leopards, totally one-sided tonight, and I think Sam Hembry, I'll tell you now that the game's over, he indicated to me that he was a little bit nervous about this one. I think he can breathe a sigh of relief and sleep easy tonight.
I would agree. And the one thing we also did not talk about was the Leopards did have the one interception in the end zone, so we do get the $79 donation. First National Bank, thank you on behalf of I think Manny Aguero came up with that one. And so $79 donation to Lindsay High School on behalf of Manny Aguero, in the name of Manny Aguero from First National Bank. And again, the 79 in reference to Tristan Manning and number 79 for the Leopards. But the Leopards had 3 fumbles tonight as well.
Yeah.
So, that's something else that we can't do against a really, really good team, is have that many penalties and turn the ball over that many times. That's
right. And if I recall right, I think one of those, I recorded one of those as a forced fumble. The others really were just
bad handoffs.
Let's see, it was Klingman was kind of I wouldn't call it controversial. They called it the way they called it, but it looked to us like he was actually down, lost it after the knee hit the ground. So that's unfortunate, but they were our errors, not forced ones for the most part.
Well, let's look at some of the final scores again before we wrap up here tonight. Piedmont ends up knocking off number 2 Blanchard, 21-7, the final score in that ball game. Newcastle is up 35-21. That one, I think, had a minute to go in the ball game, so it looks like Newcastle will knock off Plainview tonight. Pauls Valley defeats Purcell tonight, 35-14. Washington takes care of business. They defeat Jones 34-8 tonight. Dibble was up on Little Axe in the fourth, 22-14, the final score in that one. Lexington beats Wayne tonight, 21-0. Southwest Covenant took care of business. They beat Ellick 50-0 tonight. Tishomingo comes from behind. They were down 13-8 at halftime, and they turn around, and Tishomingo Mill Creek knocks off number 10 Wynnewood tonight, 22-19, the final score in that one. Sulphur and Davis wins in a close one, 15-14. Davis comes up with the 1-point win.
That must have been a humdinger there.
Davis-Sulphur, what would you expect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But then Marlowe takes care of business tonight. They defeat Comanche 42-6, and, of course, that is the next opponent for the Lindsay Leopards. Again, Leopards off for next week. So bye week, they'll get a chance to kind of recuperate, get some of these banged-up players. Again, we did not see Jacob Vaughn come back in after he was got hit there in that second half, so we hope Jacob's okay. Get him back next week or in 2 weeks. But 2 weeks from tonight, it is Comanche at Burford Field, and it is homecoming. So make sure you make plans to be back with us here again.
And it won't be, well, I shouldn't say it. It's not supposed to be 105 degrees.
Not supposed to be, but we'll see. But again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors, and Brianna will remind you of those on our KBLP stations 105.1. But thank you to all of our sponsors for sponsoring Lindsay Leopard football, especially our presenting sponsor, the First National Bank. A big thank you to our team here at KBLP Live. Kevin Scruggs up on the camera, J.D. Scruggs over here on the live stream. Andrew, great job tonight.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll be off next week. You don't have to put up with me next week.
Yeah.
You get a week off, and then we get to do about 8 in a row. So
I get to go over and watch my nephew play a ball game in Glenpool.
Hey, there you go.
I don't get to see him often, so I'm looking forward to that.
There you go. That'll be good. A big thank you as well to Cece Lyon, to Paige Sutherland, and a big thank you to Glenn Shoemake. As bad as I hate to say that, to say thank you to Glenn. And, of course, Brianna Miller back at our studios. Does a great job of handling the live stream and out on our radio, and so a big thank you to her as well. My name is Greg Peary. We're going to say goodnight from Burford Field, and we'll see you back here in a couple of weeks. Again, our final score, Lindsay 38 and Atoka 7. Until we see you back here on the 22nd against Comanche, remember that whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Capturing all your special moments is such a blessing to me, from running down the ball field to walking down the aisle. Call or text Photography Blessings by Lacey for all your photography needs. 405-428-0305. Go Leopards and Leopardettes.
Are you ready to be part of a community dedicated to creating a drug-free environment? Look no further than the Pass Drug-Free Coalition.
Hey, have you heard about PASS? It's a coalition that brings together individuals, families, schools, businesses, and community organizations all working towards one goal, a drug-free community.
That's right. The PASS Drug-Free Coalition is committed to preventing substance abuse and promoting healthy alternatives. We believe that together we can make a positive impact on the lives of our community members.
By joining PASS, you'll have access to valuable resources and support to help you create a safer and healthier community. From educational programs to awareness campaigns, we're empowering everyone to take action.
And it's not just about prevention. PASS also provides support for those who are recovering from substance abuse, connecting them with the necessary resources and assistance they need to get back on track.
So, how can you get involved? It's easy. Visit our website at www.passdrugfree.org or at PassDrugFree on social media and learn more about our upcoming events, workshops, and initiatives.
Together, we can create a community where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, free from the harms of substance abuse. Join us in making a difference.
Remember, the power to create change starts with you. Join the Pass Drug Free Coalition today, and let's build a brighter, drug-free future together.
The First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's football broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, a personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, equal housing lender.